Hey guys, it's TMWITY time, y'all. Welcome one and all to the Trust Me When I Tell You podcast. We are broadcasting to you from across these contiguous United States of America. On behalf of Huff, Nails, Cal, and myself, Little Marty, we invite you to sit back, relax, and embrace your inner pioneer of stupidity while enjoying this well over our targeted time of 35 minutes long podcast. Take it away, man. Woo, woo!
Well, we are back with another riveting edition of the Trust Me When I Tell You podcast. And to say we're excited for tonight, that's an understatement, but we'll get into that in a little bit. But Hoff, how you doing, buddy?
Oh my God. We are in the pre-show. We are off to the fucking races. Buckle up, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be a wild ride tonight.
How about you, Matt?
Doing great, Dan. I drug every bottle I have in the house to the studio with me, and it's time to get funky, if you will.
And our latest technical difficulty, Mr. Washer. How's it going, buddy?
Now that the power's back on at the house, I promise you I'm paying my bill. Just something happened with DTE. Yeah, I got a feeling we may be popping the cherry of Patreon tonight, the way that this has been rolling so far. So who knows what happens, buddies.
Well, it's good to see everybody's doing good. So, like I said, today we're super excited. I reached out to our guest today last week to see if he wanted to come on, and we offered him $10,000. Thank God he turned it down because we just got our tax return back, Jeff, and we owe the government $843. So, when I offered the money, he said, "Listen here, you piece of shit. I don't want your money. You guys are salt of the earth guys. I'm going to do it for free. I'm clearing my schedule. I'm canceling my shows, and I'm coming on the Trust Me When I Tell You podcast." So for 22 years, this handsome son of a bitch has been astonishing crowds across North America and once in Cuba with his off-the-cuff improvisational style that leads crowds not only wanting more, but amazed at what they just witnessed. He's often described as a human fireworks display. He uses his surroundings and audience members in front of him to create one of the most unique and personal shows you will ever see. In addition to headlining top comedy venues throughout North America and the contiguous United States, he's been featured on SiriusXM Radio, Spotify, 2-hour-long comedy specials on Amazon Prime, and a dry bar special. He's my favorite follow on TikTok and YouTube with hundreds of thousands of followers. And we're actively campaigning to get him to be the replacement for the James Corden on The Late Late Show. He's the only guy to make me laugh out loud while watching my phone. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm TMWITY welcome and give it up for the king of crowd work, comedian Mr. Jeff Leeson.
Yeah!
Jeff, how's it going, buddy?
Wow, that was very long. That was
my short one.
Yeah, I've never been called a handsome son of a bitch before, ever. And that was a lot. That was a lot about me there.
How did it feel? Good?
Yeah, it felt, for like the first half, it felt good. Then at some point I got bored of listening about something about me, and then I thought,
Dude, just read my fucking website.
Well, that's one page. I thought, how many pages is this fucking guy gonna read? He's going into, that's his bio. Let's talk about what corporate shows he's done. Here's the tour dates he has coming up. He's just reading it all off. I was like, I didn't know how much time I needed to be on this thing. I got to give 3 hours for the fucking intro. But anyway, thank you. That was very nice. Before we go any further, who the fuck is the guy at the beginning of this show? Because I'm looking around at the names here, and I don't see a Tim Watley or whatever the fuck his name is. Who the hell is this?
Well, we got our first video clip of the show.
It's this guy right here.
Which guy? Which one of you? Is it one of you?
Right here, guy. Right here.
What is this? A character you do?
It is. Kind of. Ironically not.
Yes. That's just how I present, buddy. That's my golden pipes.
Is that a fake name? Or is Matt Placco a fake name?
Yes. Both.
Both are fake names? You made up...
I may or may not be in witness protection.
For the other guys, did you all think he hired some guy named Tim to do your intro? And right now you just found out, holy fuck, it was that guy all along. We've been double paying this guy. I hope your sponsor, goalieparts.com, knows that this guy's taking 2 fucking paychecks out of the budget because he's Tim Whitley or Whitley or whoever the fuck he is.
He's the Jewish dentist. He's the Jewish dentist.
Where did this Tim Whitley come from?
So Jeff, you got it.
It's Tim Whitley time.
Yeah.
It is now.
My apologies, but I was sitting here listening to your intro going, when does that fucking guy come on? You're busting this guy. You're busting Worcestershire sauce or whatever the fuck his name is over here. You're busting his balls for his technical difficulties. Meanwhile, Tim Wheely's nowhere to be found.
That's the third person.
Turns out it was one of you all along. Unbelievable. Thanks for the intro, Tim.
Happy to help, Jeff.
It's amazing. That's the first podcast I've ever seen where there's a fucking imposter in their midst.
I can't fucking breathe.
How can you trust this guy? I can never trust this guy.
The night's young.
You're probably all friends too. And how do you even look this guy in the eye next time you're at a barbecue? Can you gonna cook that burger right? Sure. Is it you or is it fucking Tim cooking my burger?
And again, the answer would be yes.
Yes.
Both to yes, but neither of them real because they're both fucking made up. Crazy.
Jeff, just a follow-up question.
Sorry,
how do you feel
John.
about?
It's actually John.
Yeah.
Please.
John.
Yeah. Please.
John Watley. How do you feel about the nickname Pink Delicious? Does that make you trust more or less? Because that's another alias of Tim Watley, aka Matt Placco.
His name's Pink Delicious?
That's his YouTube channel. Pink
Depending on
Delicious.
the crowd I'm hanging out with, yes.
That's amazing. Why Pink Delicious? What's the story?
Why not?
Dude, I fucking
Give him the origin story, Matt. Give him the origin
Holy
story.
shit, man.
Yeah, Matt, hook him up with the origin story.
By the way, is he goalieparts.com? Is he also your sponsor and you think it's another guy that's been giving you money, but it's really him funding it the whole time? And I got us a wicked voiceover guy, this guy Tim out of what a show.
You break that $800 by the alias, guys, will be down to about $60 a guy.
By the way, your whole name of your show is a fucking sham. Trust me when I tell you, I don't trust shit this guy tells me. I don't even know his name.
We're all on the same
Trust
page.
me when I tell you, Tim's a different guy.
It took 8.5 minutes, Jeff, but you finally got it. You finally cracked it. There's
Cracked the
nothing to
code.
trust about it. Yeah, so that voice that Matt was using is another alias called Pink Delicious that his daughter actually gave him because they were YouTubers and Matt wanted to get on just to annoy them. And when he does the Pink Delicious voice, it floors us. So when we were coming up with intro,
Comes right out.
I was like, we got to use the Pink Delicious voice to open this podcast because I love listening to it. Everybody else does too, but he has like 1 million videos on our text thread of him saying, "Hey guys, Pink Delicious here doing that."
Dude, can you do it
challenge
just for like a couple seconds? Can I hear it? It's so fucking good, and it's amazing that it's you. Like, guys,
Hey guys,
hey,
Pink Delicious here. And we're doing the stare at a computer screen and get drunk challenge. Woo woo!
Shout out Tim Whitley.
You know the greatest thing is like my image of who Tim was before I knew it was that guy is like if we were asked like, okay, all you heard was his voice, what do you think he looks like? The police sketch artist wouldn't even look at that guy if he walked by.
Perfect.
That's amazing.
That's exactly what I'm going for.
Good for you, Matt Flacco. Good for you. What a huge fan I am. I might hire you to do some shit on our videos with that fucking voice.
Jeff, if you can help us land Tushy Bidet, we'll make sure that he does a voiceover for you for free.
How
no
the
problem.
fuck have you not landed him? Just have this guy call him. Hey guys. Hey guys. guys, I need to squirt some shit up my ass. We'll give it away. How the fuck have you got the wrong guy doing your sales?
We found a way to shut me up during an episode. Just get Jeff on.
Say, this is the quietest you and I have been on an episode ever.
Buddy, you are fucking fantastic.
Yeah. So, Jeff, again, thank you for coming on and making us laugh for 10 straight minutes. You know, usually it's us just battling for microphone time. But like I said, we're huge fans of you and all of your work. So I have to ask, how did you get into this style of comedy? Because I've seen probably every single one of your TikToks. And the very first one I saw was the one where the lady asked you if you wanted your boat upholstered. And you said, "Wait, do I look like a guy who needs a boat upholstered, let alone owns a boat?" And I'm like, this is my guy right here. So do you do bits, or is it all just like improv and crowd work? How do you go about your sets?
So I actually have two different shows. The one you've seen is a very like improvisational. I like to create like a person. My goal every time I go out is to create like a personalized and unique show for the crowd. You know what I mean? Like where when they leave, they feel like, man, that was our show. We'll never see that again. That was for us specifically. It can't be recreated. And then I have another show where I do all written material, but I go by a different name and I come out with a different voice. And I come out every night and I go, "Hey guys, do you want to hear some jokes?" And then I get into that. Now, I haven't put any of that material online yet because I wasn't sure how it would go over. But I tell you, after being here tonight, I feel pretty good about it. So you might see some of that stuff in the future. I go by John Walker in that in those. So if people go, I've never seen Jeff Leeson do stand-up jokes. That's because I don't do it under my real name when I do it, that version of it. I thought I was the only one, to be honest, but I stand here corrected.
So ironically, you're on the show this evening.
Yeah, no kidding, right? So, and ironically, would you believe if we told you are not the very first Canadian guest on this show?
I don't believe anything from anyone. After what I've been through already on this thing, starting off with a lie. No, I don't believe you at all. I think that's a fucking lie. No, I'm just kidding. Of course.
Smart man, John Walker. You're a smart man.
Thank you, Pink Delicious.
You guys need a fucking room, or you want to use Fletcher's closet again, or what are you thinking?
Who the fuck is Fletcher? Is that one of your other alter egos?
Indirectly.
It'd be amazing. It'd be amazing
more like
if
a clone,
you all did characters.
Yes.
Me and Tim made out in a closet. What? You and that guy? No, I said me and Tim. I was Tim at the time. I was Fletcher.
I hope you're drawing diagrams over there because you're going to get real confused.
Dude, you guys okay, anytime I'm ever in a small town, or anytime I do like a corporate show, you know how you always have at a corporate show, you have like the executives and all that stuff. You four are the people I go to at a corporate show because I know they're going to be the best fucking time ever. I can tell by your faces how hilarious each one of you are. And I can also tell how much each one of you drinks, which I'm a huge fan of. And those are the people that I look for at a fucking, like a small town gig or a goddamn corporate show, man. Anyway, I'm having a good time. I'm sorry, we're getting sidetracked here. Who was your other Canadian?
Yeah, so like when you're at like a small town show or probably less so at a corporate event, but has anyone just not been able to take a joke and literally gotten so fucking pissed that you weren't able to calm them down? Like the owner, when you weren't standing underneath a light, when they moved out the pool tables, that was fucking awesome. You removed the fucking gaffer tape on them. Like, has anyone never been able to take it and just flown off the fucking handle on you?
Luckily, and like, I always feel like I'm going to jinx it every time I say this, but luckily, no. And I think one of the reasons for that is when I'm doing it, when I'm saying anything to anybody, I first and foremost am looking at their face to make sure that they are laughing and having a good time, because the last thing I want ever is for somebody to leave my show and feel like they were attacked or I went after them or something like that. So like, I'm usually pretty good, at least, at judging, where if I went to say something to like a boss or somebody, and I would see it immediately in their face, and I would back off and change directions and go on to something else. So and that came, over, I've done comedy for 22 years of my life. So that wasn't, and the way I did it at the beginning was nothing like now. It was all jokes and all that kind of stuff. But it's just like, you can sort of pick up on who's going to be okay with it. And then as long as they're okay with it, everyone's okay with it. And everybody's kind of looking at them like, are they laughing? Okay, well then we're cool to laugh too. So luckily I haven't had that. The worst thing I will tell you that has ever happened was I used to do these shows when I was 18 for a murder mystery company. Yeah. Yes. And so we would go in, there's 5 characters and
this is what we're looking for.
Yeah. 5 actors. You would each play a character, and you would play the character the whole night. You would have dinner with people you've never met. You had to improvise as a character. Then you would stand up and do scripted material with the other actors. Eventually somebody would die. Everybody would guess, who killed them.
Tim Whatley did it?
Yeah.
I got you.
And Tim was a fucking serial killer, that guy. So we had 5 of us would go in and you would improvise and shit like that. And so one night we're doing a corporate gig, and it's for like a bunch of doctors and scientists. And the head guy of this organization was just a fucking asshole. And he had asshole written on his face. He had asshole written in the way he was dressed. He had asshole all over the way he walked. Like, you could just tell he was a dick. And then he kept harassing the women at his table that worked for him, and then started harassing the women in our cast. There was 3 women in that particular show. It wasn't a sex, it was like putting them down, and then a little bit sexual, a little bit creepy. And I was like 19 at the time, maybe 20. I had only done comedy for about 5-6 years, but I knew I had to deal with hecklers. And I said something about him, and I got him up to do this thing where I was an Australian guy, like a crocodile hunter type guy. And that was my character.
Let's hear it.
And so, what's that?
Said, let's hear it. You're an Australian. Let's hear it. How'd you do?
Not well. What I used to tell people is I've been in Canada for a while and I lost the accent. Okay? So why don't you go fuck yourself? Because people used to try to get me to do it at their table all the time. I'm eating my mashed potatoes. They're like, hey, what's with the accent? I go, hey, I fucking grew up here, okay? Just because I used to live there doesn't mean I have to talk like that piece of shit going around getting bit by stingrays, okay? So if you don't mind. No, I'm just fucking with you, man. I'm sorry. So anyway, so this guy, I have to put him through this whole thing where I go, we're going on a hunt. And I can't even do the accent. I used to know how to do the accent. I don't even know if I can do it anymore. But I really tried to do it. And I would be like, we're going on a hunt. That's stupid. That's shitty. But
it's like my Boston accent.
And he would make us jump. He would make us I would make him jump. Anyway, he wouldn't do any of it because he was a dick. And everybody always did it. It was like a big pop. And I wanted to embarrass him because he was being such a piece of shit. And I called him an asshole in front of his whole crew as this character, this Aussie, asshole. And so I do that. He pauses. He had no idea. People laugh. They're laughing at him, which he'd never experienced before because he was Mr. Big Shot. And he sits down, and then he calls the director of the whole show over to his table, stops the whole show, won't let it continue until I apologize to him, this kid. And then even then I go over, I go, hey, listen, I'm really sorry. And he goes, I think we're done here. And then sends me to wherever the fuck. So that was the
Have
worst.
a beer with Tim Whatley.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Buddy, let me tell you
What
something.
company was this? Sounds like I should interview.
I
for
can't.
him.
I can't remember. It was doctors and scientists and shit in actually in my
fucking out.
hometown, London, Ontario. That guy was the biggest piece of shit I've ever met. And if I ever see him at one of my like stand-up shows, not that he'd ever go out because I don't think he likes fun, but if he ever decided to go give it a try sometime, I would love to really lean into that guy because he was such an asshole and he didn't need to be. And I felt so bad for everyone at his table. You could tell they all hated working with him. They all couldn't say anything. And he knew it. He was just an arrogant piece of shit. So that was the like closest thing but that wasn't stand up. And I was so young then, but it obviously, has stuck with me all these years as just like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like you didn't need to do that.
Totally.
So if you're going to go to a show and you're going to be like that, don't be a piece of shit. That's my message. If we leave with nothing else here today, don't be a piece of shit. And also, yeah, you can be whoever you want. If you want to disguise your voice and be a whole other guy, you can.
Trust us when you tell you. It works.
Yeah. Never.
So how did you get into this crowd work thing? Like what made you think this is going to be the way I'm going to go? Like, because it's to us, that's like my favorite thing, and I always think that if I were to do this is what I would want to do. And then I ran into you and I'm like, oh my God, this guy's so GD witty. I don't know how you don't get stumped ever, unless you're just given the highlights, which you probably are.
Yeah, I mean,
but how do you power through this stuff? I mean, it's easy to make fun of a guy in a flowered shirt and who's wearing socks and sandals and 2 jackets, right?
Oh, that's my dream right there. That's a dream. That's a dream audience member. Yeah, so I mean, this happened. So when I first started, I started when I was 14 years old, and when I first started, I was just learning the art of comedy, like how do you construct a joke, how do you tell a joke, how do you get something to work, or what's a punchline, what's a setup, and I was really bad. Like, I mean, I was pretty fucking horrible for a long time. Like, and I was so young, my mom used to have to drive me to shows. And that's an embarrassing thing to have to drive home a couple hours sometimes where your mom, like, I can't even imagine what she must have been thinking. Like, what the fuck is this kid doing? You know what I mean?
Dude, I love
but
it.
At the same time, she's
So
also
great.
probably happy that at 14, 15, I'm not out smoking weed behind the bleachers. I'm trying to like do this thing that she
knows of.
Right? You know what I mean? Yeah. She didn't know that shit, but yeah, so she was, kind of happy about that. So in the beginning, it was just like learning it. And then 10 years, I built this act up over 10 years. I was a decent opening act is how I would describe it, where if you left a club, you would never remember my name or anything about it, but you'd be like, and that middle guy was pretty good. That's right. That's where I got to. And I had done the same thing for years. Like, you build this act and it just got like stale and kind of boring for me. And what would happen is in my show, sometimes I would see something like you were saying, like a guy in a shirt or something would catch my attention. I'd veer off, and that whatever was happening with the crowd got the biggest pop and biggest reaction because people felt it was in the moment. They knew it wasn't scripted. They knew it was almost dangerous in a way. Not to say everyone did. Sometimes it fell flat, but those got way bigger reactions than anything I wrote. A friend of mine came to a show one day and he said, I was doing about 45 minutes. Of that 45 minutes, 25 of it was really good and 20 was not great but passable. And in amongst it was maybe 7 to 10 minutes of crowd work. And he said, when you did that shit with the crowd, people like, they really like that. Why don't you do a whole show like that? And I was like, dude, are you fucking insane? Like, do you have any idea how hard it would be to sustain just, creating for 45 minutes? Like, comedians need step by step. What is my next thing? What's my segue? Where do I start? Where do I end? What's my callbacks? Like, where I would be fucking lost out there. So he says that. I'm like, no way, dude. I get really bored with the act, and I'm about to quit stand-up comedy in December. I have a Christmas break. I got off the road after 6 weeks doing the same show over and over and over again. I'm like pretty much done with it. I'm like, okay, I'm just going to go do something else. I'll try to get into hosting a radio show or something creative, but I can't continue to say the same thing over and over to a mediocre response. And so a friend of mine was running a random open mic night in January the next year. And I said, he was like, I'd love to have you on. Like and I said, do you mind if I just try something? Like, I just want to kind of free flow a little bit. Do you mind if I just, and he was very nice and said, no, go ahead. And it was like it was like handcuffs off, say whatever you want. I really, really offended a couple of people because I went a little too far. I know the guy who ran the show, his sister did not like a couple things I said about her friends looking like hookers, but
frowned upon.
For me, it was so freeing and so like, wow, that was interesting. It was maybe 10 minutes. I did another show very similar, maybe 10 minutes. The next show I had booked was later in January, and I said, I'm going to try this. I'm going to try this out as like a 20-minute thing and see where I get. Bit of a disaster, but again, just felt great. By that June, I was doing a headlining set in this very small town in Ontario, and I went in with absolutely nothing. I said, let's just create start to finish. Don't say a word you've said before. That was my deal with myself. If it goes off the fucking rails, is anybody going to know? We're in the middle of nowhere and no cameras, no cell phones, like nothing. I mean, people might have had cell phones, but the cell phone video craze was not a thing at this point. So I went in, and it ended up being where I did about almost 90 minutes, and I was supposed to do 45.
Oh my God.
And
Jesus.
Yeah. And what was happening was I didn't know how to end, and I was trying to end on an applause break, and I couldn't get one. And I kept trying and trying and trying. But it was way too long. It was all over the place. It was unorganized, but it was the best I felt after any show. And I was like, there's whatever just happened there. I need that, and I need to take whatever happened there in its crazy form, and I need to come up with a formula where I can do that every night, but I'm in full control. It won't get away from me, and I have places to go, and I can kind of keep track and stuff like that. And that's where it started, and that was like 10, 11 years ago, about halfway in my comedy career.
Buddy,
so
you
said that
relate
was
to that.
Yeah, so you said that was pretty freeing, right?
Oh,
you know what else is freeing? You know what else is freeing, Matt?
What's that?
Manscaped.com. Manscaped.com.
It sure is. Seamless. Instead of a segue, this is more of a shoehorn, but we got to get this guy in. Support for the Trust Me When I Tell You podcast is brought to you by Manscaped, who is the best in men's below-the-waist grooming. Their products are precision-engineered tools for your family jewels. Manscaped's Performance Package is the ultimate men's hygiene bundle. Join over 4 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped with this exclusive offer for you. 20% off and free worldwide shipping with the code TMWITY. TMWITY. TMWITY at manscaped.com. If my math is correct, and I'm just a public school kid, that's right around 8 million balls. I have a question for you guys, just sort of a loose survey. We've been doing the Manscaped reads for a couple weeks now, and we talk about, grooming below the waist and such. But one thing that hasn't come up, and I don't know that it's ever come up in any conversation I've ever had, where do you guys stand on grooming pits? And I ask because with the pool in the backyard, it's nothing that I've ever noticed one way or the other. Another man who shaves his armpits or clearly hasn't shaved his armpits. But as I'm looking at the little weed whacker, I'm wondering if I should, church things up under the arms there. But I don't know what that's going to do to my credibility as a man. Thoughts?
I've got a face full of hair, but under my arms I'm not too hairy. So that's I'm going to have to defer.
You've never,
Jeff, what do you think?
You've never shaved?
You a pit shaver?
I don't shave anything, gentlemen. My ball hair right now are touching my heels. Yeah. So, you know what I could use is actually Manscaped. I didn't realize they were a a sponsor of your show here, but I've been looking for something to take care of this monstrosity between my legs that dangles and tickles my feet as I walk around daily. So I am now a proud supporter of Manscaped and will be purchasing their products, hopefully at a fucking discount if I use Tim Witty's name.
Oh, buddy, dude, you love Tim Witty's name. We love acronyms on this show and pronouncing them. So it's Tim Witty, TMWITY. So it's the acronym for Tim Watley.
The good news is, Jeff, being a Canuck, you still get free shipping. Now, our other Canadian friends, we've sent some things to them, and believe it or not, even Amazon doesn't send things for free across country lines. No. So if you want something free, you basically have to be Ukraine to get stuff across country lines for free. Other than that, everybody else is paying.
I have a P.O. box. So. I have a P.O. box in Ukraine. So
is it an alphanumeric zip code like in Canada?
No, it's just 4 letters and then a brown square. I didn't ask questions, but I have most of my mail shipped there, and then I have a guy on a boat bring it to me. So that might not be how everybody's doing it, but I haven't quite switched over to email yet. So we'll see how that goes.
So do you want us to send your pube shavers to Canada or to Ukraine?
Those I'll take in Canada because I like to use those right away.
Got it. Buddy, taking notes here. Just give me a minute.
You can
I'll probably order them, to be honest, from manscaped.com because they are a sponsor of the Tim Witty podcast here. So,
oh, yeah, you're going to want that performance package.
The manscaped.com, the one on manscaped.com, you mean?
Once again, that code is TMWITY, Tim Witty. TMWITY.
Hey, put in the fucking code, baby, and shave your nuts tonight and tell them Tim and the boys sent you. Okay, if anybody from Manscaped asks, how'd you hear from us? Tell them Tim and the boys told you, shave your fucking balls, you piece of shit. That should be if that's not their slogan, it damn well should be. You know what I mean? Have some courtesy.
Yeah, we'll write a letter. We're going to write a letter.
See if we can get that on a t-shirt.
Have some courtesy.
And we can get some armpit stories. Placo's looking for them because I don't know where my armpit hair starts and the rest of the hair all over my entire contiguous body ends. So.
Do you ever take that water resistant whacker in the lake with you, washer, and trim up the pits, or does your pits look like your cheeks, shiny?
I might have.
Good to know.
And I'll tell you, it works. I haven't yet tested salt water because I haven't been on a good vacation yet, but I will tell you, lake, stream, pond, inflatable hot tub, it works at all of them.
Hey, Washer, I got a quick question for you. Do you by any chance coach your son's Little League team?
No, I'm not allowed to. It goes along with Halloween candy.
Wow, that took a strange turn there.
You can tell these boys didn't study improv. It's yes and.
That's one I was not expecting. Like if you told me my question was going to lead to basically an accusation over offering candy to a child in a van, I would say no way that we
allegedly
that lead immediately. But here we are, and I stand corrected. The reason I asked is from your, because all I know about you is your shoulders and your head so far, right? And from the look, I don't know why, but it just looks like Little League coach. Like the guy who he gets fired up, but then he's like real positive about it when they lose. You know what I mean? Like he wants them to win, but at the end he's like, you know what? That's okay. That's okay. Did you guys want some candy? I put it in the van if you'd like to. You'd like to get some. Tim, bring out the candy, will you?
Did you get a peek at my cargo shorts on the way
your hands
when I was sitting down?
Cargo shorts and get some candy.
I was too enamored with every bottle of liquor you have in your house to notice which shorts you were wearing. I was too impressed and felt like a fucking pussy for having a beer.
What are you drinking there, Jeff? Is that like a Stiegel?
It's a Molson, brother. It's fucking Molson.
It's a Molson Canadian, my man. I had to represent. Plus, this is all I had in my fridge.
It's the leaf. I couldn't tell with those meat hooks that you're sporting.
Yes, thank you. Right? Look at that. Look at that, right?
He's announcing his presence with authority right now.
Is it an energy drink? Is it a beer? Is it a fucking Coca-Cola if I cover it right? That's how you get away with drinking in the street, by the way. You just walk around like that. And I usually wear a priest thing, so they look like I'm praying with praying to the Lord of Coca-Cola.
Well, if you're used to wearing a priest thing, then you know what it's like to pretend you're a pedophile then. I mean, you're used to it.
No, I'm one of the good ones. But now we know your approach. He's just been looking for somebody to be like, right?
Hey, buddy.
What? You want all
this guy's up here shaving his pits. I'm trying to get the kids in my van. I'm like, come
guys,
on.
Can we talk about something else? I'm trying to act like I'm laughing, but I'm getting pretty fucking serious here. 3 more minutes of this, I'm going to be waiting for Leeson to apologize to me in front of all you guys.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. He does look like
so
a guy who would be offended. Also, doesn't he? Like,
he knows it's like, damn it, I thought he was going to be bragging on you.
All right, you know what? We went through this last year, Paul. I get it. We've run the fucking baseball drills as many times as you want. I'm not a drill sergeant out there. Well, we're still losing, and I'm paying thousands of dollars a year. Oh, for fuck's sakes. Take your mildly cooked chicken and get out of my backyard, you piece of shit. I'm sorry, man. I don't even know you. I'm so sorry.
That's the best part. I mean, so I got to ask, though. Your crowd work, your crowd work is basically how we live our life interacting with people. So it's not on a stage, but I mean, especially in a group, we are acting to look for the response, right? And the more random, the better. So when it comes to us, that's our move for sure. And that's kind of what this podcast had become, like talking about going 90 minutes. I don't know if you heard Mr. Witty talking earlier, but we always jokingly targeted 35 minutes, and I don't think we've ever gone less than 50, right, boys?
Yeah.
Maybe the last podcast we did was 2 hours plus, right? So needless to say, a lot of improv and a lot of left-hand turns. But our joke is always that we literally do this to entertain ourselves, and if anybody else thinks it's funny, great. But if not, we don't care.
I just realized his fucking name is Nails. With a goddamn dollar sign at the end too, just to spruce it up a little bit. That Nails with an S. With an S. There's 2 fucking lines through that S. That's nail money, baby. That's who I am.
Nail money.
Did my nickname just change again?
I think so.
Just change again.
That's amazing. Nails. Sorry, man. I'm so sorry. Washer. Is it Washer or Washer?
Yes.
Yeah,
everybody. I don't know why I'm asking. Everybody goes by whatever fucking name you want to call them. Does that matter, Tim?
It's the only time we ever yes and on multiple.
What a fucking show! What a great show! You don't even have to learn their names; they'll answer to whatever you say. Anyway, Washer. I got so caught up with the fact that this grown man put nails underneath himself on this thing that with a dollar sign. I would expect that from a teenager, but not a grown man, which I'm impressed by. And I missed part of your question. You were saying you guys often ridicule each other in a group, and then what was the second part of your question? I'm sorry, man.
No, just that that is our style of comedy. I mean, we're not on the stage,
so
but we're entertaining
me of
ourselves.
Ripping you off. I see what's happening here.
Not at all.
You invite me on the show. You all lie about who you are just to say, "Hey, asshole, we see the fucking videos out there. We're doing it." Not live, but on
23 years ago, we started this podcast. Before anyone knew what podcasting
This is bullshit. Nails, get him with his. Just scratches the shit out of my back. Get him, guys.
Attack.
But not like the Lawnmower 4.0 would do. For any of you men that have hair on your back, it works just as well as your balls. That's Tim Whitty for 20% off.
It works just as well as your balls. Excuse me, do I need a second one for my back that I used on my balls? Absolutely not. That works just as well on your back as it does on your balls. You notice how smooth your balls are? Your back's going to be just the same. If it doesn't, we'll send Nails over to get whatever you missed. He'll scratch that off for you. Oh shit.
So Jeff, before we jump to Riverside, we used to use Zoom, and he changed his nickname to Nails on here for our entertainment purposes. And then he went to use Zoom in a professional manner and couldn't figure out how to get his name turned back to his real name.
Oh, that's amazing.
So, long story short,
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Go ahead, buddy. Finish the story. It's yours.
This guy won't let me into this meeting that I'm supposed to be giving, right? So this person I work with, they're like, "Hey, Carrie," he says, "Nail $sign is trying to get in." She's like, "Whatever, let him in." And I didn't know this was going on.
Nail $sign is trying to get in. Just so we're all clear, that's first name Nail, last name $sign.
Yeah, $sign, comma Nail. So they let me in, and I can see my name is Nails on there, and I'm like, oh my God. And all I'm doing is trying to switch it, and my phone is blowing up. They're like, where the fuck where's this name come from, So then a bunch
Someone
of guys
named Nails has zapped
infiltrated
us. They've taken over. You've been hacked by Nails. Nail $sign, the infamous hacker, has taken over for your fucking Tuesday afternoon Zoom meeting.
Yeah,
we
I was
got
mortified.
an emergency. I'm sorry. We thought you were Nails with a Z. We don't know who this Nail $sign is. We never seen this before. Who is this imposter?
Dude, I have monikers for all of us now. Thanks to this episode. It's fucking, I mean, none of us are the human fireworks show, but we're getting fucking close here.
Yeah.
Sorry, man. I'm sorry. I cut off your. I cut it off. So continue.
Dude,
They
you're
wouldn't let you in.
incredible.
They wouldn't let you in.
No, that was it. They wouldn't let me in, but when they did, now my contact and like all of my acquaintances at this company that I work at / with, they've changed my contact name to Nails now because I went into this Zoom meeting with Nails. Thank goodness my bosses weren't on there too, because I probably would have gotten talking to. But yeah, and even the origin story of the nickname is ridiculous.
Should ask your boss for a raise so you can be Nail $2 or $3 sign.
Small family-owned company. So, Jeff, you're touring in Canada now, right? Did I hear on a podcast that you've got an American tour date come up?
Yeah,
United States, I should say.
I am always back and forth. Like right now, I'm doing some Ontario dates. I like to do those. Like basically, I'm trying to work my schedule so that I can tour not in winter, like not have to be in like crazy places, because I've just dealt with so many fucking crazy all over the place, feel like you're gonna die moments. So I'm trying to book like out west and south for the winter, and then come up here and do like this kind of stuff, and then in the fall kind of Midwestern type stuff. So yeah, my favorite shows honestly are like, most of my favorite shows are the US shows. There's something about a US crowd that's just, it's unmatched. There's nothing like it. They just know like the flow of stand-up comedy a little bit more than some places in Canada. Not that I don't love Canadian crowds, but I think they are a little bit tougher, and I think that's what made me sort of get a little bit of a different experience, was you really have to crack through, whereas a US audience is really like, not that they're not like can be tough, but I think they're a lot more like giving up front, and they want to be there for comedy and stuff like that. Sometimes other crowds are like, feel like they're dragged there. So I love the US, and yes, I will be back in the US. I think in the fall. I think I'm doing 2 months there, September, October.
Do you have
Jeff, what's the
cities
touring
lined up?
schedule like, dude? Are you all sorry, Nails? single $.
Nail dollars.
Are you, I mean, what's your travel schedule? I mean, are you booked every weekend? What does that look like? What's the road look like for you?
Yeah, I mean, typically, when I'm home, like right now, I'm at home when I'm touring Ontario, which is a very unusual thing because I'm based in one place and then I can just go do gigs, which is great. But usually I'm like Tuesday to Saturday, and it's usually like different place Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, maybe the same place Friday, Saturday. But a lot of times it's like 5 different places. So you're always doing the show, hotel, get up, drive, show, hotel, get up, drive. So that's typically like when I'm doing the US tours and stuff, it's usually Tuesday to Saturday or Wednesday to Saturday. And you try to route it out so that it makes sense. Because I do fly a little bit, but I like to drive just because then I don't have to like deal with cabs and drivers and all that kind of stuff. So it's a lot easier to just route it out. And I love the road. That's like my favorite thing is just getting in a car, driving.
Road warrior.
Yeah, Newtown, total road warrior, been all over, like no place I really haven't seen in Canada and the US at least. I mean, I'm not a worldwide traveler by any means, but so I try to do that, and then I try to line it up for at least 3 to 5 days a week.
Do you have any cities lined up in the United States yet? Mainly
Yes,
like Batavia at the Comedy Vault by chance?
I've never even heard of that. Comedy Vault?
The Comedy Vault, Batavia. Yeah, it's
I'm legit.
it's a pretty
writing
good
this
joint.
down.
It's weird.
Comedy Vault.
Yes, yeah.
Batavia.
Batavia.
Comedy Vault.
Nails will go in there and scratch them up and get you a date.
Batavia, Illinois.
Yep.
But BATAVIA.
Yep.
So I'm always looking to add stuff to my, especially in the US, because there's a few places where I have some regular stuff, which is awesome, but I'm always looking to add, especially that sounds like a comedy club. So I'm always looking to add clubs. So I do not have that booked, as you can tell, because I just learned about it right now. But
if you need a cheap warm-up act, we got a guy too.
Is it Tim?
He lives in Oswego.
Oswego is right up the river from Batavia.
Is it Tim?
No,
it's not Tim.
It's Nails.
It's not Tim.
It's Nails.
He's
got a dollar sign in his name.
It's definitely one of you. I know that. Whatever
Well, I
fucking
can tell you
name
what.
he goes by, I don't know, but I know it's one of you guys.
Jeff, I
Probably
can tell
all
you
of
this.
you. You show up as 4
you book
opening
it-
acts.
if you book
Dory
it in
Jeff
July,
leads to a tight 35 minutes.
All right, who's hosting this thing? Oh, Nail Dollar Sign will be kicking this thing off.
Oh yeah,
followed by
I'll be charging a
Washer.
cover.
Followed by. That's amazing, but yeah, I would love to go there, and if you got like, I one thing I really love is I know how hard it is to get stage time at the beginning as a comic. So whenever I do go to a new city, if I can, which sometimes you can't, but if I can, I always do like to have a local person on, give them a bit of time, especially if we're doing like a bigger show or something like that, where it's something they maybe haven't done yet. I like to give those opportunities because I remember how important that was in the early days, and I remember how hard that was and how difficult it is to like get on stage or find places and stuff like that. So if you guys are not actually joking, and that could be a thing, I would definitely have someone on from that area because I love doing that.
That a guy, team player, love it.
Salt of the earth.
Yeah,
man of the
and it's
people.
all about it's also all about experience. Like there's absolutely no way to get better at stand-up comedy without doing stand-up comedy in front of a crowd. It's impossible. It's like repetition is the only way. So if you have a person who's like trying to get into it, or like they're maybe doing some sets and stuff like that, I know how difficult it is because you're not established. So people may not want to put you on, or they might not, whatever. So, but how do you learn? You have to do it. You have to bomb. You have to. And I don't care if somebody bombs for 7 minutes on my show. Like, what does that do to me? Nothing. It absolutely does no harm. It does harm to them, and they're gonna feel it. But I bombed. I bombed for like fucking 3 or 4 years, and then had to sit in a car with my mother after bombing. I mean, that's even worse.
After eating shit. How'd it go out there? Terrible.
Horrible. I mean, she watched it. She sat there and
I don't want to talk about it, Mom.
watched her son fucking eat shit and burn to the ground, and then have to drive home and pretend like fucking heat up his dinner when we get home. Like, it was horrible, man.
There was no one wearing crests in the front row. It killed me.
No. Even if there was, I wouldn't even know what to do with it back then. I'd be, so you guys know about homework? Shut the fuck up. That's the look I used to get from people when I'd go up with my shitty jokes. They'd be like, what the fuck? I go up and go, you know how your mom grounds you? And this guy's like, my wife left me today for the 3rd time, you piece of shit. I don't have time to listen to about your homework and your mother, you fuck. Talk about something else, they'd be so angry because I was so young and full of, hope, and they had lost it.
Unreal. It's got to be incredible. Well, Jeff, hey, we do something on the podcast when we have guests, especially if we've never had them on before. It's a rapid fire where we're each going to ask you a question and just, boom, answer it quick.
Before I do that, do I have time to take a piss break?
Absolutely.
We talked about this before, and I apologize, but do you mind? Is that okay?
No.
Okay.
This will give you
those
an
Wilsons and get back.
This will give you an incentive to listen because we're going to talk about you while you're gone. You can see what we actually say about you. There you go.
Oh shit. Okay. You know what?
There you go.
I'm gonna leave.
Or we'll just hit another ad.
Sweet. Yeah. Let me know who this one's for. Because I'll tell you right now, manscaped.com really got to me. That's really going to change my life. No more foot tickle while I'm trying to fucking take a shower. So I'll be right back. I'll be as quick as I possibly can. Sorry.
Powered by Riverside FM.
Well,
That's going well.
I've never seen you more serious in my life, and is it living up to your expectations?
The guy's electric, man. The guy is electric, and I feel like I've never been so quiet.
I just want to drink beers with him, not on the podcast. Honestly, you guys feel the same way?
That's why I wanted to come to Batavia to go to the play at the Comedy Vault.
It took me 4 minutes to figure out the Tim Wiley joke, and that was fucking amazing. When I got it, I had to go on mute. I almost fell out of my chair. Fucking awesome.
Oh, that was awesome. And he was leaning into it so hard in the Tim Wiley thing. The harder he leaned, the better it was. I mean, it's fan-fucking-tastic.
I think my favorite, though, is like, who's the guy talking? Who was that guy talking?
It was Tim Wiley. I was like, what? Oh my god!
So Matt, it just
goes
goes
to open up for him at Batavia or what?
I do have to say, I'm really enjoying serious interviewer nails. That is so great because it's so out of character,
right?
Not
right.
What we're used to. It's like you should have a pipe and a smoking jacket and be sitting in a leather chair with your leg crossed, asking these hard hitting questions.
Look at Andy Rooney over here.
Yeah.
Oh, have you guys ever?
Fucking guy from the Lifestyles Rich and Famous.
Robin Leach.
Yeah, exactly.
Roll call Leach. It's awesome.
Oh,
dude, watch, you got him going when you had all the liquor. Just fucking, and we're off. Awesome.
So are we doing rapid fire, then jumping into Final Four shortly after?
Yeah.
And we're creeping up on.
Yep.
We're
Sorry
creeping up
about
on
that, guys.
35
I'm
minutes.
back.
All right, did you go think about your responses?
hey, while we're making cocktails, let me fill in a little gap. I told you guys I was going to tell this story, so everybody's got to hear it, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
This is all alleged, but I have neighbors near me that are in the process of being divorced, and the rumor is that it's going to be final in June. So as you can imagine, they're at the 11th hour of giving a flying fuck, right? So it's been pretty unique. We've definitely seen some police activity on the street and some strange things going on. So earlier this week, we saw a sheriff pull through the neighborhood, no lights, no nothing, past their house and stop and just kind of park. And then all of a sudden there was somebody out talking to him. So of course, you know what I call the neighborhood sorority, which is all the moms on their text stream, like, hey, what's going on? What's going on? So this is all like third person, a lot of telephone involved, but this was basically what happened. Was the husband or the man of the relationship brought home a lady to have a moment with who may or may not be a professional into his married house with 2 kids under the age of 5, had his moment with her, soon there passed out. Around 4 a.m. or so, the soon-to-be ex-wife decided she was going to go have a look and see what was going on. Both were passed out, decided to rip the sheets off of both of them. They had been manscaped, luckily, so everything was exposed. She took a picture of what was going on and then decided to share those with all the neighbors later on. So pretty awkward.
Ooh,
but
power move.
My question on this is, I'm going to tell you the end of this story, and I'm really confused. Like, where does this go from like this was a bad idea to this is a total power move? And like, where's the balance, right? Like the first thing, you know, like you're bringing your, we don't know, is it a hooker? Is it a new girlfriend into your still married home to have your way? I mean, I have to feel like there's only one reason you do that. And that's to say, fuck you. I'm getting some, right? I mean, why else would you do it? Right.
Also a power move.
But
yeah.
the second part is really where it gets deep. And that is said lady, whoever she is, stuck around through the morning, sat down. The wife offered her a cup of coffee. Soon thereafter, the husband made pancakes for the entire family. So it was mom, dad, Jane Doe, and the 2 kids eating pancakes together in the morning. Soon they're followed by mom sharing the pictures of him and Jane Doe around the whole neighborhood with all his glory. So a lot of crazy shit going. Like I'm still trying to unpack this. Like which part of it is a power move? Which part of it was a bad idea?
This is the worst cuckold porn I've ever heard in my entire life. Disgusting.
the real housewives of Lake Orion.
Is it on the internet though?
I'm sorry, I thought this was an ad read for manscaped.com. Did I? Is this a real story? I thought that was a commercial there. They were both manscaped when the covers went off. I thought, wow, these ad reads are getting long. I thought we could have ended right after the fucking covers came off and Manscaped was revealed, but they wanted more to the story. People are shaving their nutsack going, yeah, but did the hooker and the father and the mother have breakfast together, or like did they go their separate ways for their scones?
So everybody's still in the home, but like all of us are laughing hysterically because
hooker?
All of us are laughing. I don't think she's there.
She moved in.
There was no there was no second car. Let's put it that way.
Situation?
But we all caught wind of the whole pancake move, and we were still trying to unpack it to this point.
Is this real?
It's 100% real. So, what do you guys think? Is this? Yeah, they live across the street.
What the
is this a power move, or is it just like totally fucked up? And so, like, of course, our text stream is like, can you guys see that? Keep calm and eat pancakes, and all these stupid ass memes about pancakes. Like it's been 3 days worth of pancake jokes, right? Our power flickered earlier. That's why I was having internet problems and all that fun stuff. And like the joke immediately was like, good thing I have a Blackstone. I'd be so screwed in the morning if we couldn't make pancakes. No free ads.
We're some fucking free ads here after that.
Blackstone, if you want in, we'll take in. We'll talk about you for 45 minutes on an episode. Ask Manscaped.
So what do you guys think? Like, is that a power move or is it just a bad idea?
And the obvious answer is yes. It's both. But I mean, at that point, if, as you say, they're in the 11th hour of getting divorced, and there's no reconciling it, and he was drunk enough to pass out minutes after the deed was done, clearly he wasn't looking to make any good decisions that night. So why not bring a hooker home, have your wicked way with her down to the basement or wherever they were, and then, you know, what do you care? It's not like you're going to reconcile. And then at that point, I've always been of the mindset that if you're going to go down hard. If I'm a pilot and I know the plane is crashing, I don't see myself trying to belly out in a field somewhere. I'm going to find the nearest mountain and go straight into it. I'm just going to go out hard. And maybe that's what he was doing. But the pancakes thing is fantastic on the back end.
So think about it, though. She made this woman coffee. So is that her power move?
Yes, 100% that was hers.
And then he made pancakes for them. Is that also a power move?
Yes. Yes.
You think so?
I don't know how our sponsor got fucking drug into this, but we should put a pin in this story for fucking Patreon.
If I may, I think here what's being overlooked the most is what a brilliant business move this is here by the hooker. I mean, first of all, you're dealing with a guy who's almost getting divorced, which means he hasn't fucked in a long time, maybe years, depending on how long that marriage was hanging on by a thread for. Then you got to think about she's coming in as a hooker. She's paid for her time. How quick is this guy going to fucking come everywhere because he hasn't had a woman's vagina to be in because he's in this shit marriage the whole time. So not only do you have a quick day at work, you get a good, comfortable sleep in a bed. You've already manscaped yourself, so you know there's no situation there. And then you get up, and before you leave, you get a fucking pancake breakfast. I mean, how many
straight up bed and breakfast?
How many dirty motherfuckers have come all over her tits over the years who didn't offer so much as a pancake batter to go home and make herself? And in this case, it's a mother's love put into those pancakes. You know how good a mother's pancakes are? It doesn't matter if you fucked your soon-to-be ex-husband the night before. Those pancakes are delicious. Brilliant business move by the hooker. And if anybody made a power move there, it was the hooker. Brilliant.
And I got to think the only way that breakfast could have been any better was with a steaming cup of Tim Hortons to enjoy while you're eating those pancakes.
Delivered by one Tim Watley.
Did you say Tim Horner?
Yeah, he was the guy. He used to play against Tim Horton in the NHL. Not a lot of people know about him. He's got one kombucha shop somewhere in the middle of Red Deer, Alberta. He went a different way. Only one though, not a whole thing. So everybody, of course, knows Tim Hortons, but Tim Horner, who used to play for the New Jersey Devils for a cup of coffee. He's got one hell of a kombucha shop, Red Deer, Alberta, but they also do serve one cup of coffee, which they serve one a day. They are not equipped to serve any more than that. And so that's who Tim, or sorry, my apologies, we're on the show now. It's Matt. Matt, that's who Matt's referring to. So, just in case you thought he fucked it up and didn't say Tim, he's talking about Tim Horner, completely different guy. Gotcha. Totally different guy. Number 71 for the New Jersey Devils. Played 3 games before an unfortunate knee-on-knee incident with Tim Horton himself. And
Nancy Kerrigan.
Tim Horton, not a lot of people know this. Tim Horton visited him in the hospital, brought him a cup of coffee, and said, I'm thinking about getting into this. What do you think? And Tim Horner wouldn't have it. He spit it out and said, you're fucking crazy for doing that, and I'd never invest in this. And we're seeing the repercussions of that now.
Jeff, Batavia, Illinois. We got to make sure we got to get that. We got to get this going. Batavia,
Illinois, the Comedy Vault. Look, hey, if you book the Comedy Vault, I'm available. Look at what I'm doing now. I'd much rather be doing something at the Comedy Vault. No offense to these fucking guys, exactly. But let's do a goddamn show. Let's do a fucking show there. Let's do a live. Trust me when I tell you, live at the Comedy Vault. We'll invite Tim. We'll invite all the other fucking schizophrenic people on this show. The one guy takes his hat off and he comes out as Hoff. It's unbelievable. H-O-P-H, though. Don't get it confused with Huff when he puts the fucking hat back on.
You're fucking awesome. Oh, it took an hour, but I got one. Nice. Oh, that's awesome.
Sorry, right before I had to go take a piss, we were going to do some rapid fire shit. Is that still?
You got it. Way to bring it back.
Canceled?
You're goddamn right we are.
Did it get canceled because I went and took a piss?
No, again, hey, just answer them as quick as you can go. We're going to rapid fire through, and then we make the decision if we could give you a third name and bring you back on the show.
A lot of pressure here. A lot of pressure.
Oh, yeah. Yes, yeah. Get ready.
How quick do I have to be? How quick? How fast?
Real quick.
Lightning.
Okay. Super fast.
Lightning.
Okay. Super fast.
Okay.
All right. First question. Do you consider chocolate milk a snack?
No. Drink.
You fuck.
Favorite pro wrestler, non-Canadian.
Sorry? Say that again?
Favorite pro wrestler, non-Canadian.
Oh, favorite pro wrestler, and this would be the same. Sorry, too quick. Stone Cold Steve Austin all the time.
Is a hamburger a sandwich?
No, it's a hamburger. You just said it. It's right there in the question.
What's your favorite holiday?
Christmas. I love Christmas.
What kind of car did you drive in high school?
I drove my mom's. I didn't even have a car in high school. I drove my mom's.
What kind of car was it?
I think it was a Ford Taurus, I think.
All right, then what was your very first car that you drove? What was the very first car you owned and drove then?
Oddly enough, also a Ford Taurus. I got it from my grandpa.
So the answer is yes.
I got my grandpa's car. Yes. Yes.
East Coast rap or West Coast rap?
I used to call it a Hyundai, though, because you're just a
That never would have slipped past me. Fucking Hyundai.
You know what would be amazing, by the way, is if this doesn't go anywhere and we're just hanging out and I'm telling people I'm on a podcast, but I just hung out with 4 random guys that invited me to something called Riverside, and nobody ever heard this. I just had that thought, like, how fucking crazy would it be if we all just like this? Anyway, I know because you sent me another episode, but that easily could have been fucking Tim Whitley's.
Full transparency, there have been plenty of episodes that we thought we were recording and didn't, too.
Are we recording this? Imagine none of this was recorded.
Time will tell. Time will tell.
I'm 99% uploaded, which is pretty damn good, especially for me.
None of this recorded.
I think we're okay.
Powered by Riverside FM.
What the fuck just happened?
Tim Wiley.
No,
it's Tim.
Holy fuck, Tim's all over the map with his octaves. He's up and down. What voice work by Tim? Sorry, rapid fire. Well done, Tim.
Yep, you got it.
All right, Tim,
next question.
East Coast rap versus West Coast rap.
Country.
Good answer.
Tits or ass?
Oh, tits. Yeah, I love. Yeah, tits. Yeah.
What's your favorite thing to spend money on?
Food. Oh, yeah, dude.
You're in the right. You're in the right. You are on. You are on the
No
right.
further
podcast.
questions.
All right. Have you ever made your own relish? Have you ever made your own relish?
No.
Fucking A right, you haven't. Fucking A right, you have not. That a boy. Good answer. Good answer.
What the fuck?
You hear that, Washer? You fucking hear that answer, Washer?
How common is it for you guys to be making your own relish that's on a rapid fire? Fucking
Depends on which
questionnaire.
Canadian is on the show.
Yeah.
Have you made your
Guess last week did.
By the way, first and only time ever I'll be asked that in my life.
So,
Have you made your own relish?
Jeff, you're
welcome. Great question.
Great
question.
Which one of you
Call
made
it
their own
Ken's
relish?
Steakhouse or Ken's Dressing?
Yeah, no. Let's answer Jeff's question.
Which one of
Who
you?
makes
Yeah,
their
I
own
got
relish?
a few rapid fires of my own. Who the fuck made their own dressing? And which one of your alter egos did it? Is it the one I'm looking at, or is it one where we're going to hear his voice at God later for some other shit? Who did it? Who did it? Oh, it's Little League, isn't it? Is it Little League?
Bingo.
Hey, guess what? Guess what I did this week, kids? I made my own relish. We're having hot dogs after the baseball game tonight. What? Oh, is that Heinz relish? No, it's not. That's my own concoction.
I just put it back in the Heinz container.
I had to hang those pickles for 9 weeks behind my house and check on them every day and twinkle them, dangle them in my face like a nutsack just for you to have your own homemade relish. Oh, what's that? Oh, you're puking all over the place, Timmy? Shit. I wonder if that's Schneider's hot dog or if that's my fucking relish that I made in my basement. I wonder which one. Is it the bun from Wonder Bread, or is it the fucking relish that has my sweat in it that perhaps is making you ill? That's amazing. That's amazing. Next question, please. And I have possibly 3 to 4 more questions about why the fuck this guy made his own relish.
Chef Kevin is gonna fucking die.
Yes, he is.
I picture this guy getting so mad at other relish. Just taste it. Ah, this relish is shit. This guy's the Gordon.
Sweet relish.
This guy's the
bush league.
He's the
Came
Gordon
from the store,
Ramsay.
didn't it?
He's the Gordon Ramsay of relish. You call that relish? Step into my bathroom where I keep my own supply. That's fucking relish. That's amazing. I'm so sorry.
Who's next?
So sorry.
Next.
Next question.
All
And
right,
this better
outside-
not be, have you made your own mustard?
Fuck.
What are your thoughts on ketchup?
Love it, though. Fucking love it, man.
Fucking Canadian.
Yeah, I love ketchup. I put it on eggs. A lot of people don't like that. I don't put it on stuff like steak or like fucking sandwiches.
Who's putting ketchup on steak? Who's putting ketchup on steak?
Dude, I've seen it a couple of times.
Oh, the name's Nails.
It's really. I'm so sorry. My apologies, Mr. Nail Money Sign. I'll call you Nails when I see something that says at the end of your fucking name. While I see a dollar sign, your nail dollar sign or nail money to me, my friend.
Now I have to extend my apologies. I apologize.
Yeah, you guys are slowly becoming Canadian. You just apologize after everything you say.
I was going to say, we got about 14 apologies in before we even started. I'm like, yes.
That's the Canadian way.
So Canadian.
Yeah. I punch you in the face and then be like, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry about that. We both were having fun, though, weren't we? Till I punched you in the nose. It's only because you tried to make me taste relish that you fucking made. Oh my God. By the way, I love relish and I don't order it near enough, and I'm just realizing that about myself tonight. And maybe the reason for that is I should make it on my own and then put it on my own shit. Let's go to the next question.
If you're ever at the Jackson Triggs Winery, we got a guy.
Oh, I'm there all the time, just hanging out.
Are you shitting me?
Eating relish, just fucking eating bowls of relish.
Yes, I am shitting you. Who the fuck is just hanging out in the Jackson? Hey, what's up? Is this Jackson Triggs? I hear you got a wine for that. Sir, do you need wine? No, just hanging out, just in case it ever comes up in conversation. I'm just killing some time. I gotta go back and put some stuff in my relish I'm making at home.
just curing the pickles. So just killing time.
The pickles. Yeah. Those pickles,
just like the hooker next door to Washer's house.
Those pickles were sick, man. Somebody's got to share them.
Speaking of curing pickles, next question: can I borrow $7?
Absolutely, anytime. I'll e-transfer you, but no more than that.
Thank you.
Sorry to hear, by the way, that you need $7. That's a particular amount of money to need, and that I don't
very
know.
specific.
Yeah, good luck with all of whatever the fuck is going on in your life. I feel like that's got to be for the relish stuff.
Well, it's the transfer fee for the other money we use.
Yo, he's even wearing green. That's even better. Oh, anyway, I'm so sorry. Sorry again, Worsher. Next question, rapid fire.
Jeff, what's your favorite city in North America?
Can I clarify, like for
Yes.
visiting or like
Obviously.
doing shows in?
You have to call them bubble teams, but yeah.
Visiting or like doing shows in?
Yes.
Yes.
Both.
Dealer's
Okay.
choice.
Okay. Fuck. That's really tough. That's really, really tough. Okay. I love Tucson, Arizona for shows. And I really, really, really loved when I was there, Gilbert, Arizona.
Oh shit. Placo's home.
Yeah.
I am 2 miles from Gilbert, Arizona.
Are
as
you
I sit here.
seriously? Dude, I'm
Yeah.
doing a month-long residency in February at JP's Comedy Club in Gilbert, Arizona. I'll be there all of February.
Cancel your hotel reservation. We got a spot.
We'll
for
be
you.
drinking some
now
beers,
so will
Jeffrey.
I.
We'll be drinking some beers.
Okay.
Hope we like
hey,
in-ground
listen,
pools.
You're bringing John Walker with you? Because I'd like to meet him as
I
well.
would love to see Tim. I'd love to meet that guy.
Bring Tim.
Yeah. Me, John, you, and Tim, we're all fucking getting hammered. And when people, when we end up,
At least that's what's going to stay on the expensive.
We'll end up in the drunk tank, all four of us. What the fuck do you mean we got to go to jail? It's the four of us hanging out here. Hey guys, he'll be right back. Don't worry about him.
He does a great hey guys. He does a great hey guys. All right, the other two cities. What are the other two cities?
Do you officers like relish by any chance? We know a guy who brews his own.
Got a guy.
$7, you can have a jar of it yourself.
So you're the sheriff's deputy. I saw you guys that video.
That's amazing, though, man. Yeah, February 1st to like 28th, and I'm doing like a West Coast tour, so I'll be out there for a little longer, and then Tucson. But yeah, Tucson I was in earlier this year, and like the crowds were just fucking incredible. And we're in the process of making a comedy special out of one of the shows there. Which will be out in a couple months as well, which I'm really excited about.
Nice.
Sorry.
Nice.
I just looked up JP's. It's 9 miles from my house, so I'll be there multiple evenings.
Seriously.
So will we.
Like, I'll leave tickets for you whenever you want to go. Like whatever dates you want to go, just let me know, and I'll leave a couple tickets for you. Or if like you want to bring a bunch of people, I'll leave some tickets for you. Just let me know.
Awesome. Appreciate it.
That's for all of you too. Like I know you guys live in different areas, so like just either message me or somewhere or whatever if you ever want to come to a show or anything like that. Just shoot me a message, and ideally
send a letter to Ukraine.
Say TimWITY sent you.
Yeah, and bring some relish, please. Dying to try it now.
I can't wait till Chef Kevin sends Jeff Leeson homemade relish. It's gonna be awesome.
I'm pretty sure that completes the rapid fire.
Which
portion.
one of you is Chef
Oh,
Kevin?
No, we got one more round.
I think that's three questions.
That's 3 questions. We got one more. Jeff, last round. The best thing you've ever stolen.
Okay, well, gentlemen, I've only stolen one thing in my entire life, and it was a paintbrush from a place called Canadian Tire, which is
Yeah, we know what it is.
You've heard of it?
Canadian Door.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
I stole that when I was a kid. I was maybe 5 or 6 years old. My grandfather was painting his shed, and I wanted to help him. I thought I needed a new paintbrush. Everyone told me I could use an old paintbrush. I disagreed. So when I was in Canadian Tire, I decided to lift one up. I was still ridden with guilt when I got home. My mom could read it all over my face. She figured out there was a paintbrush hidden in my closet. She made me go back to Canadian Tire with the paintbrush, go into the general manager's office. They pretended like the police were on the way. I'm 5 years old. I'm 36 years old, and I remember it like it was yesterday, and my nuts just receded inside myself thinking about it right now. And after that day, I never stole anything or attempted to steal anything in my whole life.
Well, Nails, that's where your guys' roads diverge.
That's exactly right. I was going to put an X next to that one, but moving on. Next question.
Yeah, Nails looks like the guy you sit next to in detention, and he shows you the ropes.
High school joke.
You know what I mean? Where he's like, listen, let me tell you how it's going to work here. The guy's going to come in. He's going to say a couple things. Be quiet while he's here. When you leave, don't worry. You can flick on your headphones. You can listen to music for a little while. He'll come back in. Just make sure you pop those off, and he won't have any problems. If there's any issue with any of the other people, I've threatened each one of them, and I have some things over them. And don't worry about it. We'll get you out of here. No problem. That's who he looks like.
Yeah, no problem.
Any other issues, reach out to me direct.
Oh, that's awesome.
We should have played a game called Which One of Us Made Our Own Relish.
I think we did. Didn't we? Didn't we
Kind
play
of, but
That was last week.
For whoever else you have on here, by the way, future guests, that should be a regular game. Which one of us made their own relish? And you got to keep cameras on and just guess. I mean, it is a tough choice, but there's one very clear favorite for sure.
It's the last time I wear a green shirt.
I don't know if that would have helped. I'm going to be honest. I don't think it's the.
I mean, you can't even read it. It says I make my own relish on that.
Exactly.
Your camera is.
I just went all blurry there. Wait a sec. There we go. There we go. Is that better?
Give it the old sweeperoo, Jeff.
Sorry, guys. Is this on video too, or is this just audio?
Yes.
Oh, it's on video.
Yes.
It's on
I don't know
video.
why I ask every fucking answer is yes.
It only took an hour to pick that up.
Hashtag improv.
Yes.
It's awesome.
Pineapple on a pizza, yay or nay?
Sometimes I'm not like totally against it, but I have to be in a particular mood for it, and I'm fine with it. Also, if somebody ordered it and they're like, "It is the only pizza we have, but there's pineapple on it," I'm not gonna be one of those people who's like, "Please, I don't eat. Did you just buy me a pizza and I'm in the presence of pizza? I'll eat whatever the fuck is on your pizza, especially if you paid for it." So
That's the fucking right answer.
yeah, I'm not like, yeah, I would never argue with somebody. If somebody has ordered pizza, I'll eat any type of pizza. Don't care. Love pizza, by the way. It's probably obvious. Which one of
Last
us
question.
has made their own pizza?
Stop. Guys, stop. Jeff, last question from me. And is, does this shirt make me look fat?
The shirt? No.
Good. No further questions.
All right, last question, period. We were sitting at the bar, and I ordered a cognac and cranberry. Would you drink it?
Cognac and cranberry. I'm not okay. I don't know exactly what cognac is, so I would, because I know the name. Like, I've heard the name cognac, but I don't know. So I would do it just to know what it tastes like, to know if anybody ever offered me that concoction again, whether I would do it at that time or not. But I'm unfamiliar with it. So the answer would.
I hate to do it though. So follow-up question: if I ordered a round of Danimal cocktails,
a round of
would that sound
what?
better?
A what? Sorry.
Danimal cocktails. Would it sound better? Like barkeep, round of Danimals for Jeff and the boys.
Danimals.
It's me, Jeff, Tim.
I'd do it, especially if I
Fuck
saw
yeah, you
everyone
would.
else was doing it.
Fuck yeah, you would.
Yeah, I would never be the guy who's like, nah. It's the same as pineapple on
It's
pizza.
the pizza theory, right?
It's all
Yeah,
absolutely.
totally.
I would try it.
I just
Now,
have to make sure.
if it's like gross or something, and I knew that, I definitely wouldn't do it. But if I didn't know, I would definitely find out.
My man.
Yeah.
I have a feeling you're about to find out when you're in Arizona for a month.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
excited.
Your blood type may be Danimal.
I'm excited. I'm very excited for the Danimals.
All right, boys. Well, we need to deliberate, and all right, my vote's in. Would we hang out with Jeff?
He got 2 of 4 for me, especially with the not making the relish. So yes, you are in with me, my friend. Good sir.
In.
What the fuck is this?
I'll see you in fucking Arizona, bro.
We ask you these
February.
questions.
What just happened here? Would we hang
We
out
ask you
with
these
Jeff?
questions.
We've been hanging out for an hour and a half, and then you guys asked the question, hey, why don't we hang out with this guy to know if we should hang out with this guy? Fucking thumbs up or down. Does Caesar live or die?
If he dies, he dies.
Holy fuck. Holy
not
shit.
disappointed tonight.
God damn, I even ridiculed the guy who made his own relish, and he still gave me a thumbs up. I didn't know there's a fucking test at the end of this. Holy shit. I wish.
Well, you passed the test.
Oh, thank God. I would have been more prepared next time. Fuck.
Congrats and congratulations.
Yes.
Thank you.
Nails, what time is it?
It's time for the final 4.
Is that Tim whistling also?
Yes.
Tim's scratching.
I can't wait to listen to this. I cannot wait to listen to this.
I don't think I heard half it just laughing on you.
I'm gonna have that fucking thing stuck in my head all. I I'm going away. I'm going away with my girlfriend this weekend. I'm going to wake her up in the middle of the night.
You gotta whistle it though.
What the fuck are you doing? Don't worry about it. Tim's whistling. Tim's whistling. I just want to hear it in my head. All right. Sorry. I'm sorry. Let's do it. Let's do the Final Four after that fucking
Nails.
Andy Griffith intro.
So, Jeff, this is the moment you've been all waiting for. So, goalieparts.com is our sponsor for the Final Four.
Yeah.
Sorry. Was it Top Goal? Top Goalie? So, it's owned by goalies.
It's goalieparts.com. You need to know the name of your fucking sponsor, Nails. God damn, Nail Money. Get it right.
Who's Nails?
Goalieparts.com. Nail $ is not getting it right. It's goalieparts.com. If you've ever wanted to have several parts of a goalie shipped to your house, go to goalieparts.com. They don't do anything with goalie pads or goalie equipment or masks or anything. But if you'd like somebody to chop up a goalie and send you a piece of their body to your home, go to goalieparts.com today. And why not have a smooth pair of nuts while you do it? Get yourself manscaped.com so you can ship to goalieparts.com to your home. Jesus fucking Christ, Nail Money. Sorry, guys. I'm sorry.
Webster's Dictionary defines electricity as Jeff Leeson. So, yes, that's goalieparts.com. What Jeff said, if you're looking for more swag from the Echo Pro Shop located in the Darien Sportsplex, go check out our buddy Dennis at goalieparts.com. He is our official merch man. If you want some Tim Watley, a.k.a. Tim Witty merch, go to trustme.itemorder.com. That's trustme.itemorder.com. You can get yourself a Trust Me When I Tell You shirt, hat, beanie, hoodie, or jacket. And we even got koozies, eh? What do you think about that, Jeff? Go to trustme.itemorder.com, get yourself some swag, and go. You goddamn right you're for it. And then go to goalieparts.com. Go check them out. Dennis,
he's fucking here for it, Nails.
Goalieparts.com for all your koozie needs. Who doesn't want a goalie on their team who's drinking a beer while they're in net, just waiting for the next shot to come out? I mean, that's perfect.
Good term, in net.
Goalieparts.com.
You can tell this guy spent some time in net.
Yeah, no doubt.
I used to be a goalie. I used to have several of my parts covered as I was a goalie. So I didn't even know about goalieparts.com back then. I could have really used them. That's probably why I quit playing goal and went into this ridiculous comedy game because I didn't have goalieparts.com. And now you do. You fucking piece of shit. So use it. Use it. Goalieparts.com. You know what it was like growing up in the 80s and 90s with no goalieparts.com at all? I had to piece it together myself. You don't have to do that. You got goalieparts.com waiting for you. Fucking Dennis is making shirts while he's waiting for his goalie shit to be sent out. Fucking right, Dennis. Such a goalie name. Dennis. If he was in the
best
NHL,
testimonial ever.
It would just be on his. He wouldn't even put his last name on his jersey. It would just be Dennis. Who do the Washington Capitals have in goal tonight? Dennis. We got our third string in net tonight. Dennis, that's all we had. We had enough. We had a D, 2 N's, an E, an I, and an S left over from the rest of our jerseys. So we put Dennis on the back of his. Number 51, Dennis.
Dennis. He's actually number 68.
The
but whatever.
numbers
It's
are
cool.
awesome.
It's totally cool.
Goalieparts.com.
Right, so-
Get it right now. Go there right now. Even if you're not a goalie, you don't know a goalie, Christmas is coming, you fucking piece of shit. Why don't you get them a part to their goalie system? Don't be an asshole out there. Shave your balls, shave your balls, and get some goalie equipment. That's what we've all learned here tonight. From the trust me when I tell you, shave your nutsack and get a pair of pads.
You better have that clip, Nails.
Yes, that is.
All right, what's our final four for this week?
The final four tonight is our favorite comedians. So, Jeff, as you are the guest, we would love for you to go first. We want to hear who you love as a comedian. And you can get bubble teams too.
Is this so? But I'm sorry.
Let me guess. Let me guess. What the fuck is a bubble team? A bubble team is like your 5, 6, and 7 comedians.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
And when they didn't quite make the cut in the top 4.
Okay, sweet. Okay, so here we go. My favorite comedian of all time. I always.
Let's start with number 4. Let's start with number 4.
Oh, okay.
Why don't you go first? You have no idea how this goes, but you lead us off.
We're gonna start with number 4. Okay, number 4. Fuck. God damn. There's a lot of pressure here. I've never been under this much pressure before in this business. Okay. I'm gonna have to think in the order of number 1. It's 1 to 4, and we're starting with 4. Okay, number 4. Okay, number 4. I'm gonna have to go like all time. I'll say George Carlin. Number 4.
Great choice.
Thank you.
Great choice.
Yeah.
Classic.
Okay. What else did you guys want? Do you want explanations about either, or just the list?
Whatever.
It's your world. We're just
you
living
want
in it.
to blow through it. If you want to justify your choices, we'd love to hear it. If you just want to hammer through.
I just want to know if at the end of me talking, if I'm getting another "he did well" or let's fucking kill him.
I don't know.
I didn't realize
Carlin's kind of
I was under
controversial.
pressure off the hop. I didn't realize what pressure everything was under here, so I'm just looking for a thumbs up.
I don't know.
on both
Carlin
ends.
wasn't. Leeson Carlin wasn't that funny, but go ahead.
See what I mean? Now we're in an argument. We gotta settle it over pineapple pizza. Okay, number 4, I'd have to go George Carlin. Now, George Carlin was my mom's favorite comedian. That's how I was introduced. His story, like his storytelling, his wordplay, his writing, especially. His commitment to doing like a special a year, a special every other year, and how hard that is when he has to write it out. I just have so much respect for when I got to see him live about a year before he died. He was on his final tour right before he filmed his very final special, and that was a real cool thing to see how he worked live just as a young comic at that time, like figuring myself out. It was a really cool thing to see. So he would have to be number 4.
His daughter's a badass too.
Yeah, his daughter. I don't know. Does she do comedy?
Yeah, she's a writer. She's funny.
No,
as
she's
fuck,
a banker.
obviously,
Oh, that's
so.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, Nail Money would say that. That'd be amazing if he knew all the top bankers, and that's why he went by Nail Money sign. You guys thought it was the S in nails, but really he's just a huge banking fan. Let me tell you who the number 3 banker is in Tacoma, Washington. It's a gentleman named Brian. When you go in to do your slips, you ask for Brian at the counter. He's number 3. Sylvia's number 2. You'll almost never get her. And Claudia is number 1 in my eyes. That's just Nail Money's opinion.
Chalk, Claudia's chalk.
Chalk.
Fucking awesome.
That's amazing. Okay.
All right.
All
Carlin
right.
4.
Number 3. Do you want all, or do we go around the horn on number 4, or do you want all mine up front? Okay.
All yours up front.
All mine up front. Number 3 for me. Okay. I'm going to have to go with, number 3, I'm going to have to go with Don Rickles.
Oh, yeah.
And, I became aware of Don Rickles a little bit later on. I would say, like, I wasn't aware of him up front. It was sort of in my mid-20s as I was figuring stand-up comedy out. And then once I realized, like, he kind of gave me almost the confidence to try doing a crowd work because he was so in the moment. His was a little more, like, like really jab you than mine. Mine's a little
aggressive.
A little bit more aggressive in some ways. and a little bit more like, obviously there's some stuff he did racially that is a little outdated now. You know what I mean? That
Obviously my favorite.
Yeah, that was a weird thing to say. Obviously my favorite. That was way
Only
too
weird
quick.
for you,
It
Jeff.
was way too quick and way too excited, but obviously my favorite. If we're talking about racial humor now, me, a white guy in a Macho Man t-shirt and a hat, absolutely. As you could tell, that's obviously my
Drinking a Monster.
crushing a Monster Energy at 10 o'clock in the evening. Fuck yeah, bro! I got meetings in the morning. Huff. That's what they called him in the fraternity too. Huff. Why? He left in a huff. He missed the hole in one when we were playing golf, and he left in a huff. That's why we call him Huff. But if you go in and make some racial jokes, goddamn, he'll fall on the floor. After every racial joke, he just goes, "Oh yeah, dig it." It's really.
Actually, he doesn't. He goes like this.
Oh, that's even. Oh, dude, that's even better. That's even better. He gives the fucking pointer and pinky bullhorns. That's the international sign for asshole. Did you know that?
I do now.
Fuck, I'm so sorry, Huff. I'm just joking.
You're not wrong.
I'm just joking.
You're guilty as
Your
charged.
commitment to a purple Macho Man sweater is admirable. That's all I'm saying. Absolutely admirable. It's not I make my own relish admirable. It's just...
Yes, you got me.
I fucking love this, man. It's
Lead
so
there
much
with
fun.
racial stuff to get there.
Okay. Yeah, no, I'm sorry. I should do more racial stuff. I didn't know Huff was waiting for it. I was wondering who kept sending me messages on social media. When is the racial stuff coming?
I'm a huge Rickles guy myself. His early stuff, obviously.
Just a long, ooh, yeah. Always Slim Jim ads for some reason, asking me to step into one. Anyway, okay, so yeah, number 3, Don Rickles, sort of gave me the I guess confidence to, sort of look, sort of do what I try my style, I guess. Okay, number 2 is really tough. And here's what I'm going to do for number 2, if this is cool, is when I was a kid and coming home after school, every day I would watch 2 shows called Comedy at Club 54 and Just for Laughs. And it was a variety of stand-up comedians. They did 7 minutes of comedy, and I saw every single type of comedian, everybody that was like before they were famous, people that never became famous, Canadian comedians only, people from all over the world. I'm going to put those at my number 2 because that was my comedy schooling. That was my university of comedy. I saw every single from fucking, a musical comedian to a one-liner comedian to a storyteller to, the biggest names in comedy. So I have to put that in there because it gave me so much appreciation for every style of comedy. So that's at number 2. And number 1, my all-time favorite comedian is Jerry Seinfeld because he was the first comedian I was ever aware of. He introduced me to comedy. I loved the TV show. And then when I figured out his stand-up and watched some specials and old TV clips of his, I became so infatuated with him and I couldn't be more opposite in our approach to comedy, but I was
just going to ask, it's like you're the bizarro version of what Seinfeld does. Because from what I've read, what I've heard, he's so buttoned up. He is, he writes everything out. And he prepares and prepares and prepares and prepares.
Yeah.
And you're so off the cuff and just sort of shoot from the hip, finger pistols out in the crowd doing that work. It's totally different.
That is how I close each
he's
show.
Number 1.
I do close each show with finger pistols. It's quite a spectacle at the end when I shoot you in the face.
Do you do that? Do you do finger pistols in Canada or just in North America?
Dude, I do them everywhere. Open carry.
Are finger pistols legal in Canada?
Oh, buddy, as long as you're not actually shooting anything out, they'll let you do whatever you want. But, fuck. In Texas, they go nuts when I bring out the finger pistols and start spraying them in the face with absolute air. But yeah, so and to your point too, like I credit me being able to do the off the cuff stuff. I had to learn how to write, how to perform, how to be confident on stage, how to like not let anything rattle me. And I learned that from, Seinfeld. Like he's so polished, he's so written, his wording and everything is so tight that it's like that's really hard. It's a super hard thing to do. And I sort of tried to emulate that for years. And it was that comfort level that made me be like, is it possible to do this in the moment? Is it possible that I can take something that I have no idea what somebody's going to yell or say or give me? Can I take that? And then can I create a bit? Because I'm not, if you watch any of my stuff, it's not like I'm saying shit like I ask you a question, you say something, and I go, haha, fuck you, you piece of shit. Like it's not an attack. I'm trying to take what they're saying, play with the wording, play with the way they said it, what it is if I don't understand it. I've done comedy since I was 14, so I've never had like a real career or job. So everybody's career and job and like their life is fascinating to me because it's such the opposite of what I know. And it's that sort of like curiosity that takes my stand-up and drives it. It's curiosity. It's not about mocking or picking on or anything. It's like, can I take my curiosity, ask you a question, take that, find something in that to structure around, and then create a bit, and then bring it back later in the show. So
the callbacks are amazing. Yes.
Thank you.
Yes,
Thank
that's
you.
what ties it all together. That. I love that.
And fucking incredible.
And that's the key is like, okay, so in a show like live, the videos are different because they have to be quicker, but in a show, something might happen at the start and 30 minutes later, it comes up again and people remember that it happened. And it could be the slightest thing, like sometimes the tiniest thing, if you can remember the smallest thing possible. And that stuff came from people like Seinfeld, learning how to do a callback later on, like how to structure that. And then the thing for me was, can I do that in the moment? And can I adapt that to like literally what anybody says? So no matter what you say or what you do or how you go about it, or if you yell or you heckle or you're trying to derail me, you're not going to faze me. And not only are you not going to faze me, I'm going to take it and be able to like create
it's material
with it. Yeah. And not every time, it's not 100% success rate, nor is anybody's comedy. Nobody who does stand up, word for word or whatever, nobody hits 100% of the time. It's based on the people in front of you. But for me, it's
and your own standards too. And it's like, just like Seinfeld, the absurdity of the show about nothing, and like him and Larry David of like understand the absurdities and hilarity in everyday life and situations, being able to point those out. Like you said, dude, you're a fucking master at the way somebody answers. Even if they one word answer you get it going out of it and start mining for the fucking hilarious. Dude, it's badass. It's awesome. And the skill, like you said, like going from 90 minutes of just working the crowd to being able to be disciplined to keep it into the tight time frame, 45 an hour, whatever, doing all that, dude, it's awesome. I mean, Nails. So I didn't know how to use YouTube a couple weeks ago, and fucking Nails is like, yeah, I'm a fucking moron. And
yeah,
so
I've
Nails
been trying
is
to
like,
get him to
dude,
watch.
You got to fucking, dude, you love comedy. You got to get on Jeff. Like he's been telling me
we're
this.
We're talking
for fucking
about
months.
this, right? You didn't know.
I mean, there's so much porn that gets in the way before you get there. I don't even know how you get there.
Oh,
it's tough. You got but
wow.
All kidding aside, Nails
didn't know the lifestyle
like,
I was dealing with. My apologies.
Yeah. I'm
trying to go to YouTube. Holy fuck, look at this.
Obviously, you have to go to YouPorn first.
Mr. Beast can wait. This is unbelievable what's happening here.
It takes a while to clear your history before you go to watch something legitimate, too. Every time.
So I committed to,
especially midday.
Dude, I committed to it. So yeah, right. So I committed to YouTube because of you, and Nails is like, dude, you got to fucking watch this, and I'm like, yeah, I kind of went down the rabbit hole. I don't know, 3 days straight.
You got to watch.
You're fucking still watching this guy?
It's amazing. I taught a guy how to use YouTube. That's going on my website tomorrow.
There it is.
I'm going to be huge in places where they're like learning English and how to use stuff here in Canada and the U.S. Hey, do you want to teach your student how to use YouTube? Go to my channel. Trust me, a guy named Huff swears by it. He didn't know how to use YouTube. He's seen all my shit.
Guy does an Australian accent.
I will warn you ahead of time. There is a shitload of porn out there that you will have to. You'll have to move that out of the way.
You can't use my computer or my browser.
Yeah, you got to be very careful. It'll get in your way. I'm telling you. One slip of the key after you. If you put a P, you're gone for hours. Yep. So just be aware of that. But once you find it, holy fuck, this guy swears he learned how to use it. No, but thank you, man. I appreciate that. But all of that, like anything anybody's seeing now, and which if they like it, which I always appreciate people. Like, it's still new to me for people to say, like, I like your stuff or whatever, because it was so many years of nobody liking anything that I did at all. And, like, you know, it was so much bombing and just, like, horrible shows and not knowing, you know, just how to do it at all. So, I mean, it took a really long time for anybody to ever say, I like your stuff, let alone somebody to learn how to use YouTube utilizing my stand-up comedy tutorials.
And I'm subscribed.
Oh, holy fuck, you learned how to subscribe and everything?
So they mail that to Ukraine?
That's YouTube 2.0.
Unbelievable. If I get a video of you just as a testimony, I'd like to start sending it out to agents and managers. Look what I'm doing. I'm changing fucking lives here.
You're changing the game.
Fucking changing the game. Yeah. Oh, that's awesome, dude. Great list, though. It's always interesting to see like who the influences are, and obviously, like, very cool.
Thank you, man. Yeah, but you know what? I honestly, and I have to say this just as a final thing, is like, I am just a massive fan of stand-up comedy. I can appreciate every single type or style. When I hear people like say somebody isn't funny, it drives me nuts, because it's like. And I get it. Not everybody is for everyone. It's like they are not funny to you.
Yeah.
But that is not overall they're not funny. And if you even knew half the work that they put to even construct one joke to even try, it's so difficult. So I'm just a massive fan. I started out when I was a kid. I saw this thing on TV. I became enthralled with it, enamored. Like I was in love with the art, the craft. Thank you. I have a toilet paper now that has word of the day on it. And 3 days in a row, I've had the shits. And I apologize. This was not going to come up, but you mentioned it. I've had a real struggle with my stomach. And so I've learned a lot.
Your vocabulary is blooming.
Absolutely. Dude, I almost called my old English teacher from high school and said, fuck you for failing me. Guess what I did today? Took a lot of shits, and now I'm Captain Educated over here. How dare you say my IBS would never lead to anything? The fucking English professor.
You're that drug companies that make Crohn's medication?
Now I'll do your commercials for you with my shaved nutsack from manscaped.com. And if I ever decide to get back into hockey, I'm getting a few parts of a goalie to put on the net so we can take shots at him at goalieparts.com. Fire away, Timmy. What's your list?
yeah, Timmy. What do you get? Let's go over to Timmy. Yes.
All right, my bubble guys pretty much consist of, unfortunately, we lost some really good comics this past year. I mean, I am not as deep down the rabbit hole as you guys are as far as a lot of the current stand-ups go and stuff like that. But, Louis Anderson, Bob Saget, Norm Macdonald, those guys all passed this past year. And I remember growing up when I was probably, 8-10 years old, watching Louis Anderson with my dad because he didn't work blue. So my dad would let me watch some of the clean comedians, and Louis was hilarious as a kid. But I think that the biggest loss of my number 4 is Gottfried. Gilbert was one of those guys that when I judge a comedian, I want somebody that as soon as I see them coming up, I know that there's belly laughs coming. I know that I'm going to be, holding my sides. And just his whole Dirty Jokes album, if you haven't heard it, there's just one album that he has where it's like, I don't know, maybe a couple dozen of just his dirty jokes that he just tells, and just his delivery and the way that he gets into what he gets into and gets away with what he gets away with is absolutely brilliant. Every time I saw Gilbert Gottfried coming up on stage, whether it was a roast, which I was a big roast guy, or he's coming in joining somebody else, I knew that everybody had to stop and pay attention as soon as he hit
big
the
roast
stage.
energy.
So
big roast
Gottfried's
energy.
Dude, he lost hundreds
4.
of $1 million in Geico ads by going for that fucking typhoon joke. Like, he's fucking amazing.
It was a great joke. It was a funny joke.
Awesome.
My number 3, kind of along the same lines, but I guess not really, but Dave Attell. I'm a big Dave Attell guy from his early stand-up.
Yeah.
And then when he started doing, I don't know if you guys watched the show Insomniac that he had. I think it was like Comedy Central, where he'd go to a different city.
Great show.
It was appointment viewing for me every week, watching where he was going, just to see what was going on in those cities, and just his sort of, again, crowd work, the way that you do, just reacting to the people that he's talking to on the streets, in the bars, in the restaurants, was absolutely brilliant. And he's another one of those guys that as soon as he hits the stage, whether it's a roast or a stand-up special or whatever, I just know that the big laughs are coming. Number 2, I'm going to go a little, I'm going to say chalk, but I'm going to go a 2-way tie for 2. The 2, my most favorite growing up through college.
Final 5.
So is this first
Dice
place
and Kinnison. This is second place, Dice and Kinnison. When I was in college, I got into Dice and Kinnison and their first couple albums and just couldn't stop. As soon as I started going, I probably listened to their CDs on repeat for about a year and a half. I could just do it verbatim with those guys. I listened to those so often. And I mean, they're so, I don't want to say offensive in some parts, but so gloriously offensive in most parts. I mean, it was so great, so over the top, so funny, just side-splittingly funny. And their delivery is like nobody else. From Dice.
Also, shout out to CDs. Yeah.
Yes. I may be the oldest one on the pod if anybody that's listening wasn't aware. But my number 1 is Chappelle.
To CDs. What an amazing quote.
Number 1 is total chalk.
Sorry.
I'm
so sorry.
Dave,
that was amazing.
Chappelle's number 1 for me.
Oh, absolutely.
Between all of his early stand-up, early stand-up, and the half-baked and all that stuff, and his shows, everything Chappelle does is absolutely brilliant. Even when he's getting, political and going through sort of helping people out and trying to do what he does through his platform, I think that he's still absolutely amazingly brilliant with what he does and hilarious while he's doing it. So there's my 4.
And by the way, he started as early as Jeff, so he's been in the fucking game. Yeah,
he also lives in Ohio, so shout out Yellow Springs.
Yep.
Shout out CDs. Shout out Yellow Springs. Shout out Slim Jim.
Hey, man.
Delicious, y'all.
Hey guys, I got a quick question for you. Can I take one more piss break?
Absolutely.
You're goddamn right. You can. I'm going to do it too.
I'm so sorry.
It's like Chris Hoffman's on this pod.
Okay, sweet.
That's why I'm just drinking
I don't know who Chris Hoffman is, but I'm sure one of you plays him. This guy takes his hat off and puts a wig on, and he's Chris fucking Hoffman. Oh shit! Yo, get a wig. Please tell me I was not expecting that. I totally expected hair on this fucking guy. This guy could have done a crime, and I never would have been able to pick him out of a lineup. I'm sorry, Your Honor. The Huff I know wore a Macho Man thing and it put a hat over some hair. This guy, this Stone Cold Steve Austin with a drinking problem, I have no idea who that
is. Might be the sweetest nickname I've ever gotten in my life.
Stone Cold Steve Austin with a drinking problem. That needs to go in your Twitter bio, by the way.
Snail's kicking over bottles of butt wiper over there. What was that crash? Just knock over the squeaky chair.
All right, while they're going to the bathroom, so our senior year in high school, Joel dressed up as Bret the Hitman Hart. My buddy Scott dressed up as the Ultimate Warrior, and I was Stone Cold Steve Austin for our fucking we had to go to this whole costume thing, and it was pretty awesome.
Did you shave
I didn't get the drinking problem for years later, but Jeff's been pretty fucking on spot with everything so far. I can't wait until Kyle coaches the first fucking Little League game. He's like, God damn, fuck you, Jeff. I was never going to do this. It's so funny because you guys are such fucking, in a good way, hitting all the classic guys. And I'm every one of my, I only have I don't know, 2 or 3 that are older because I just fucking love the new comedy scene. I just fucking love the new guys. There's so many young fucking awesome badass guys, and they're all so different. As different as Jeff is, I feel like there's so much fucking good comedy right now. It's awesome.
I definitely wrote and rewrote my list about 300 times because comedy is a very broad category. You know what I mean? So it's tough.
Do you want to divulge your written and rewritten list? Or, dude, you're good. Everyone had to go. It was at that point. Get to the 2 hour. This is the fucking podcast I always wanted to have.
Yes. Amen.
And we could have done it without you, Jeff Leeson.
I'm sorry,
before you get all your chords situation, dude, you're good. Wash, you ready to go or what's happening there?
Yeah, I'm just trying to plug in because I got the emergency light.
Uh-oh. This guy's fucking going dark. Zero dark washer over here.
I'm in. Are we waiting for Placco? Should we just roll?
Fuck him. Go. He's dude. Yeah, and by the way, Jeff Leeson, Placco in his podcast studio, he literally has a tushy bidet right next to him that he fucking is probably enjoying right now as we speak.
Oh, that's amazing. He's washing his ass as we're sitting here waiting for him. Oh, look at that. A freshly washed ass is back.
If only he could hear you. If only he could hear you.
Yeah. No free ads, though. He'll hear it in his pool months from now when he gets to this episode. Although his wife will hear it well ahead.
This comes out months from now?
No.
I'm excited.
Hopefully Monday.
Let me know in November when this episode is out.
Any dates in January and February? We already plugged the February dates. In,
hey, listen, in 2024, I'll be in shitfuck Arkansas for a couple of weeks.
Me too.
By the time this is out.
Absolutely. Great town.
I'll be washing my ass with a tushy bidet if you need me.
God willing.
Shaving my nutsack from manscaped.com. And, of course, playing goalie at a local charity hockey fundraiser. Thanks to goalieparts.com. I was able to bring my own goalie with all the parts that they gave me.
Awesome.
All right.
Hit it.
Sorry, guys. Sorry about that. Here we go.
You're good. So I got 2 bubble teams. The first one's pretty broad, and it's what you said earlier, Jeff, is comedy is great in general. So one of my references is when we used to travel, before COVID and things were fun, we would go on cruises and they had the adult comedy at night. And it was a 12 o'clock show or 11 o'clock show. Oh, yeah. I looked forward to that every single night. And Laura was the one who was looking forward to sleeping extra, and I would wake her up to go to comedy, and her and I would go. She'd be half awake, laughing her ass off, and we'd enjoyed it no matter who was presenting, just because it was good.
Is that your?
And a lot of that
is that your wife or the lady that stayed next to you on the cruise?
That's my wife. They didn't have pancakes on the buffet.
Just knocking on the door. Hey, Laura, it's your neighbor again. I know it's midnight. You're trying to sleep.
You ready to?
I'm going to comedy. I brought some relish from home if you're interested.
Yeah, so I mean, and there is a strange cancel culture world within comedy too that a lot of people will go just to shit on it, and that irritates the crap out of me. Like, someone who's going to shit on it is worse than a heckler, right? In my eyes. So that's my bubble team. The other one that I have as a bubble team is Jim Gaffigan, because I feel like his delivery is awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Everything that Nails is coming in twice. This will be great.
You got double nails? What did you just do?
He switched to the other side now.
How did you do that?
Now he's going to be slain. It's nails backwards.
That's lying.
He's got his dollar sign at the beginning now. He gets his money up front now.
Now they're revealing his Final Four bankers.
Yeah. Wait for that list at the end of this. What a riveting fucking list that is. Let's talk about.
Already heard about.
Let's talk about Barbara from Wichita, Texas, and how many deposit slips she puts in on a Tuesday. At least 9. Sorry, Worsher.
That's a euphemism. No, I was just gonna say I love Jim Gaffigan because he delivers comedy that could be like considered super pedestrian and does a really great job of it. And I think that he connects with the average person too. Like, the guy makes fun of being a dad, having kids, and makes fun of fucking Hot Pockets and all that kind of shit, right? Like, the guy's hilarious, but it's his delivery. Like, the average person goes out and makes fun of Hot Pockets. Everyone's like, yeah, that's funny, whatever, but I just think that he has that skill, awesome. And totally. Yeah, no doubt. Totally agree. So he's bubble team for me. And then we were talking while you were taking a whiz that this is a big struggle for me because it's such a broad category. And it's like when we talk about movies, right? In specific, sector of movies to have the Final Four. So I went all over the road. So I hope you're ready for this. Number 4, Rodney Dangerfield.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Dig it.
Yeah,
right?
I just
think he's hilarious.
Nice.
He's got like the dry delivery, which I think is fantastic, and just a classic. If Caddyshack didn't make him royalty, I don't know what did, but fantastic.
Dude, he would do like whoever said Norm Macdonald earlier, like in Placo, he would do a bunch of fucking Norm, like stick to the bomb all the way to the fucking end too. Like,
yeah.
On purpose, and you're like, dude, you're fucking amazing.
And not a lot of people know this, but Rodney Dangerfield used to make his own relish.
He is like the Paul Newman of relish. It's been said a million times.
He gave a big,
it's a silent partner in Kent's Steakhouse too, wasn't he?
Jar of it to everybody on the set of Caddyshack. Really, really big.
Did you see everybody lean into their camera, listening for this and waiting? I can't wait to hear this fun tidbit, and then you drop relish on us.
No,
you should have
known. That's real. I just want everybody to know, and no
you
surprise,
handsome bastard, you.
No surprise that he would choose that.
Number 3, Betty White.
Oh wow!
Another classic that has left us lately. But
yeah,
I told you I was going to be all over the map. But what I love about Betty White is that she is making fun of herself in this completely indirect way that I think is fantastic. Like, she's like the crotchety old lady that isn't crotchety nor an old lady, and it's fantastic. So I just love that style of comedy. Nails, you always joke around about, you are the punchline of every joke in your world. That's Betty White, right? Like, I dig that. So
come on, Bob Hope, number 2. Let's
left turn. Number 2, Robin Williams. Not only just because he's fantastic as an actor and a stand-up comedian, but the way that he aggressively crushed water and drank some of it was fantastic too. Just like, it's like the David Copperfield. Like, is he doing this with water to distract people, or is this really part of his bit? Like, just fantastic. So, and the Robin Williams, his story on golf was like one of my favorites. I thought that was fantastic. So he's number 2.
I like that. It's a great bit. Great bit.
Number 1, this was someone that I think introduced actual stand-up comedy to me. And I don't know if I knew of him before I saw him or saw him first, but this was way before YouTube existed, even in the Hoffman household. But it was Gallagher, like the original Smash-O-Matic. Right? Like, this guy's fucking hilarious, right?
Wow.
And like
watching Gallagher.
that was his shtick, but he was hilarious. And I felt like I saw him at like the movie theater that was like doing the dollar movies. You know what I mean? Like the poor man's movie theater that also had live entertainment on occasion. And then Gallagher was on Comedy Central and doing big headlines too, right? So like that was what was cool with me. I think he was the first actual stand-up comedic.
Yep.
No.
Nailed it.
Thank you. He's like a Fisher, but with comedy.
Not actually. It's comedian. Sorry.
Sorry.
Yeah. We don't want to leave here with this guy going out there saying stand-up comedic.
Sorry, Jeff. I didn't realize you were French Canadian.
It's okay. It's all right. Merci.
No problem. So yeah, Gallagher's my number one.
That's amazing. I've never heard
Love
anybody
it.
say that about Gallagher. I've heard people say they know Gallagher. I've never heard anybody be like, he's number one for me. The way he comes out.
It's gonna ruin mine when my number one's Carrot Top. Damn it!
I was
going to say the same thing.
And watermelons.
Incredible. Incredible. That's probably what started your love of making your own relish. You saw him smashing the watermelons.
Watermelon relish.
What if I did that with something else and put it in a jar and served it to my friends and then asked questions like, do you ever make your own relish to see if it's weird or not?
A good thing he was pre-slap chop, right? It would have been a whole different story if the slap chop was invented before Gallagher.
Slap chop. I'm gonna start telling people that. How old are you? Let's just say I'm pre-slap chop.
There you go.
The
Squash,
slap
good
chop
list,
always
buddy.
lands.
Good wish. Good list. All right, I'll go next. So I have mine are kind of all over the board too, and I don't know if you guys already even know any of these guys. You'll know two for sure, maybe three. My bubble teams.
Isn't there only 4?
And I don't know how to
In theory, there should be.
Listen, I don't know if you'll know any of these guys. Of all 4, you probably not know any of them. Well, maybe 2, which is half. Actually, maybe 3. There's one guy that you don't know. I'm pretty sure, but we'll see. That was so hilarious. Holy shit.
Oh.
That went from you won't know any of them. You will know 95% of the names I am about to say. You're gonna
We
know
have a new
almost
verbal
all of
police.
them.
We got a
Even
new
the one
verbal police
is a
on our hands.
gamble. Even the one is a gamble. Maybe you do know my Uncle Kevin, who used to tell jokes. I don't know. Maybe you did meet him at the fucking local grocery mart. That's amazing. All right, I'm so excited for these. I'm so sorry. Nail Money, I'm so sorry, man. Let's get it going. Slane.
Come on, Slane.
Let's go,
You will know
Slane.
75% of them. All right, here we go. Bubble team. Stavros Halkias. You guys know him? He's a TikTok guy. Big,
I know
fat,
him.
bald,
Yeah, I know
long hair.
Stavros.
Yeah,
He's great.
He's fucking awesome.
He's great.
He is awesome, right?
Yeah.
Like, he's a
You
crowd
guys-
work guy as well.
Do you
and-
guys not know him? Is that our one? We're leading with the one they won't know.
Well, TikTok maybe in 2025.
Oh yeah,
I'll get
this
onto
guy
that.
just
got
learned fucking YouTube. There's no way he's sophisticated enough to learn TikTok right now. Holy shit!
Yeah. So he's
Unless
awesome.
there's
I
fishing
love his
pictures.
crowd work.
Wait till
The
you
other,
find out about Epic Mealtime. You're gonna have a fucking heyday. Go back to 1997
My other-
and check out some of the early stuff. Sorry, just giving this guy something to do.
We'll
He's
ask Jeeves about it later.
so exciting for this guy being on YouTube finally. Sorry.
Oh, Tim.
My other bubble team is Joey Avery. Again, a big crowd work guy. Young kid. He's got a huge mullet. tons of energy, basically yelling at the crowd half the goddamn time. And he's awesome. Jeff, you know who he is?
I do not. I don't.
Oh,
sorry.
Well,
that's my one.
You should give your. There we go. See, I told you I'd stump you. Go follow him on TikTok. He's awesome. Joey Avery. Again, a big crowd work guy. He's got a mullet, and he's a young kid. So my number 4, Kevin James. Love his stand-up. Love his acting. I love the fact that he's like a pretty versatile, athletic, fat guy, but super funny. And I also love how demonstrative he is when he's on stage, right? I love me some Kevin James. And I'm super jealous of him that the fact that he got to make out with what's-her-face on King of Queens.
Leah Remini?
Yeah.
Yep, the Scientologist.
You like
There's so much in everything you just said right there. Athletic fat guy. Like, what kind of athletics have you seen him do?
Yeah,
he was a
I saw him do the robot.
He was Coach Sean Payton in that terrible fucking Netflix movie. Like,
yeah,
guy was a fucking athlete, dude. He was awesome.
Have you not watched the movie Here Comes the Boom?
To be clear, he'd be a starter in my little league team, no doubt. He would be a starter.
This guy saw him running on an elliptical at a local gym and was like, you know what? That athletic fat guy over there is somebody I can really get behind. I like him so much because he got to make out with that lady whose name I can't
Scientology
remember.
lady, yeah.
He was athletic enough
She
to
made
balance
it out
on a
of
Segway during
Scientology.
Paul
She's
Blart.
so hot.
God, I'm a big fan of you.
That one guy.
Fuck. What's your name? The athletic fat guy used to make out with
Nobody
you all
knows
the
him.
time. I remember because I'm a huge fan of his from his athleticism, from being fat, and also making out with you. But I can't quite remember your fucking name. Did you have a name? Maybe you were just the wife from King of Queens. Can I call you that? Anyway, big
You
fan.
had a 4-show arc on Saved by the Bell. Yeah, I know.
I'm
Yes,
Slain.
that's
I'm
where I
Slain,
fell in
by
love
the
with her
way.
first.
My name is Slain, by the way.
I'm Slain.
Listen, if you're ever in Tacoma,
not that fat,
Washington,
that's super.
if you're ever in Tacoma, Washington, you need to get some banking done. I know the place to go. But
Slane. You're awesome. What do you got next, Slane?
Slane's number 3, Adam Ray.
Fuck yeah.
Love how dry he is. Yeah,
Adam Ray. He's great.
Yeah, he just played in Batavia at the Comedy Vault not too long ago.
Adam Ray's crowd
Roll
work's
call,
fucking amazing.
shout out, Comedy Vault.
Does he perform at Danny Boy's too, or no?
No, that's just me. That was just me. But no, he would never play at a place like Danny Boy's. No. So Adam Ray's my number 3, and I just found him probably maybe a month ago, and I just like his presence on that stage. Man, he's a big dude, always wearing a Penn State hat. I feel like,
but athletic.
Okay, no, but it's Seattle because that's where he's from. But I love it. Fucking Kevin James is like one of the most famous fucking actors on the planet. I don't know if you guys know him. Go ahead. That's awesome.
Just curious.
I love it.
Number 2. You guys will definitely know this guy.
Just curious on who Adam Ray has made out with, and if you took the time to learn their name at all.
Dude, Adam Ray was an athletic fat
I'll get
kid
back
too
to you
as
on
a
that.
kid. He was.
Final Four athletic
Was
fat
he really?
kids. Next pod.
He was.
Oh, there you go. That's
You're
a
not down to
dynamite drop.
Adam Ray rabbit hole. Yeah, dude. You got to listen to the About Last Night podcast.
So my number 2, and I feel like he's not for everybody, but I love him. Sebastian Maniscalco.
Nice.
Okay, so
Yes, I know you've all heard of
Hilarious.
this, but he is the most demonstrative guy on stage, and I think that's what draws me in about him. He's always like,
And his outfits.
yes, yeah. Talk about a ridiculous wardrobe.
Awesome.
But Sebastian Maniscalco, any comments? Love him, hate
Yeah,
him?
inside pitch for Chicago for sure. Dude, he's funny he's awesome. Yes.
Well, he's from Arlington Heights, but whatever. Number 2, my favorite number 1.
Lot of jokes about the jewels.
Yeah, a lot of jewels. Bert Kreischer, the
Oh,
man
sick.
who can present and talk with his shirt off and laugh at his own jokes. That's my favorite guy. I love listening to his podcast. I love listening to the Machine. Bert Kreischer, hands down, my number one guy.
His laugh is fucking awesome too. It's classic.
I think that's what makes it so.
Maybe only second to Placco's is his laugh.
It's contagious.
Yeah.
Incontiguous.
Same.
Good list. Good list. All right, I'll go last. I have a million bubble teams. Obviously, Placco, you nailed it. Fucking Attell. I love Attell. Somebody that not a lot of people like a lot, but like I feel like got me into podcasts was Jay Moore, and I've seen him probably more than I've seen anybody live. Newer guy that's hitting it hard, awesome podcaster, making the scene. Chris DiStefano, Chrissy Chaos, fucking awesome.
I like him a lot.
Comic. I love Ari Shaffir. Fucking, these are all just my bubble teams. Dude. These aren't even Final Four. You said Bert, Tom Segura. I love fucking Tom. Jeff, you're my fucking new biggest obsession, fucking comically. So you're definitely not just because you're a fucking guest. You're fucking awesome.
Yeah, but part of that is also you learned a new skill while you were watching me as well. So I mean, it was
100%.
an education as much as it was entertainment for you. So I appreciate that.
Life skills.
Hey, now when you're at parties, you don't have to be embarrassed by saying, I'm sorry, I don't know how to get on fucking YouTube. I've never done it. From now on.
Like, I'm going to pull up my phone and get Safari out. Like, you guys can go to www.youtube.com.
This guy's still putting W's in front of his websites.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I go to Ask Jeeves.
HTTP
www.machomanshirts.com
/ Jeff Leeson Comedy Show.
First, I go to Ask Jeeves, and I say, Jeeves, can you help me find YouTube? And then once he does it, we're good.
Jeeves. That's brilliant. That's fucking
Always
brilliant.
good to get Ask Jeeves in there, right? But so, like, a lot of awesome new comics out there, Jeff. I mean, I'm sure, like, when you're working too, like, you're just seeing guys that, I mean, who was it? Joe Avery, Tom Avery, Tim Horton. Who was the guy you said?
Joey Avery.
I believe you're referring to Tim Horner, who once again owns a kombucha shop in Red Deer, Alberta. Just want to plug that out there.
He owns corner bar. And
do not ship, incredible. By the way. They are far too small. They will not ship it, so you cannot order online. But if you ever in the area of Red Deer, Alberta, and want to stop in for some kombucha between the hours of 12 noon and 2 p.m., they will serve it for you, plus 1 cup of coffee per day. My apologies, Huff, back to you.
No worries. All right, getting into the Final Four list. So most of these guys, a couple of these guys have been said, but you guys will know them all. I'm not coming off the rails. Chappelle is my number 4 for sure. He's fucking incredible.
Yeah. Wasn't he number 1? He was...
Yeah,
he was Placco's. Yeah.
That's Tim Watley's. Yep.
Yeah, absolutely.
Seen East Coast or West Coast comedian?
Roll call, Yellow Springs, Ohio. Hey, the first time I ever saw him in person was leaning against the fucking Emporium smoking a cigarette in Yellow Springs. So
next to Dave Matthews.
All right, number 3. Jeff, have you ever watched the TV show Crashing?
Yeah, with Pete Holmes.
Pete Holmes is my number 3. I fucking love Pete Holmes. When you talk about Gaffigan, Pete Holmes fucking delivery.
Yeah.
And just, dude, like, guys must watch Crashing of like the comedy arc of fucking barking. Dude, it's incredible.
Yeah. And he's great, man. That show is fucking wicked, and it's so accurate to the climb and the grind of a comedian and like the crazy gigs you go through just to survive. But he is so good. He's an amazing comedian.
Dude, when him and Fitzdog are doing fucking stand-up at the laundromat, oh my God, it's fucking incredible.
Yeah. And that's happening every night. I don't know about, pre-COVID for sure. Every night, any laundromat in any place in America, you can find some asshole with a microphone trying to live his dream of doing that. And you never know where they're going to go. It's just like how everybody starts, but so accurate, man. Great choice. Pete Holmes, great choice.
And what's awesome about that show, guys, is like all the cameo small sets of like incredible fucking acts that they shoehorn in. Like it's fucking badass. That show's great. Number 2 was Nails is number 1. Bert Kreischer. Seen him more than a few times. What's cool about like seeing Bert and Tom and some of these guys, like I saw those guys open up for Jay Moore way back when they were fucking middling, and it was just cool to like now see where these fucking guys are that like, when they were making the fucking Go Bananas and fucking the comedy runs with like the clubs that they would work like on their tours was just fucking badass to just see like where that is now. And it's pretty fucking incredible. My number one, I actually just bought tickets for this guy for September 29th in Cincinnati, Ohio. In my opinion, the greatest fucking living comic right now, Bill Burr.
Oh, nice.
Ooh, nice. Oh,
nice.
Forgot about him.
Hard to argue.
Damn it.
Tough go
Nice.
for me.
Nice
I'm
list.
supposed to be in Cincinnati on September 29th. That's really going to hurt ticket sales. Didn't know that till right now. Just got fucked. Thanks a lot, huh?
Well, we'll see at the early show, right, Jeff?
That's right, man. I'm just kidding.
Buddy, this was fucking...
Never been
We're setting
invited.
records for the long...
Never been
Two in a
invited.
row.
What's
longer
your
than two.
longest podcast so far?
2 hours and 19
This.
minutes and 47 seconds.
Oh, is this?
49,
We are the
50,
longest. We did it.
51, 52.
beat it.
You're it, babe. You're it.
That's why
We are
it
the
took 2
champions.
piss breaks, guys. That's why it took 2 piss breaks. I just wanted to beat the Trust Me When I Tell You record. Trust me when I tell you this won't take more than 35 minutes of your life. No, it will not. Don't trust shit.
Jeff, I'm going to tell you on behalf of all the boys, it was a fucking pleasure. This lived up to the billion. This is like what I always dreamed this podcast would turn into. I mean, dude, you're fucking incredible.
That's the saddest thing I've ever heard, and sorry to hear that you didn't shoot higher than that, but I'm happy to be here. And as always, as I do on any podcast that I go to, I'm going to give you a thumbs up or a fucking thumbs down. That's right. You thought you were the only ones who got to judge. Well, no. On whether or not I'd like to return. Oh, wait a second. Is Caesar going to get his fucking throat slit? No. It's a thumbs up and he gets to live. Trust me when I tell you that you'll enjoy this podcast if you ever come on it. I urge anybody to do it. You'll leave here with a fucking asshole that's nice and clean. Your balls will be shaved. And if you want to go play a goalie set in net down at the local ice rink with a guy who just had 8 beers before he got on the ice, fuck, they got parts of that shit too. So thumbs up from me, gentlemen. And I hope next time I'm back, Tim can make it to the podcast as well. It'd be great to have him on an episode. Oh, yeah.
Dude, that's awesome.
Absolutely.
Go to JeffLeesonComedy.com. Jeff, what else you got on social? Where do you want everybody to follow you? I know you can go to YouTube
What do you want to plug?
on www.youtube
Yeah.
and search Jeff Leeson.
Some people can.
I know
Some
that.
people don't know how to use that. But if you do know how to use YouTube, go to there and search Jeff Leeson Show. There's some clips there. TikTok is Jeff Leeson Comedy. There's a few shorter clips. Instagram, Jeff Leeson Comedian, and JeffLeesonComedy.com for any tour dates. And guys, as I said, if you guys are ever in the area where I'm going to be touring, tickets always for you guys. And I on a genuine note, I really do appreciate you having me on this show. This was a lot of fun. It did not feel like 2 hours and whatever minutes. And I definitely have missed a few phone calls and things I probably should have said. It looks like perhaps a family member's in the hospital or something, but who gives a fuck, because I got to spend time here for the last 2 hours. My clock stopped a long time ago when I thought this was just a 35-minute show, and I was lied to. But that's what to expect from the Trust Me When I Tell You podcast. They're lying literally from the very minute that the fucking opening credits roll, with the guy who's not a real guy introducing the show, who's then on the show but not that guy because he goes by a different name, one you'll never find out, and then throws in a color and something to do with cupcakes being delicious all of a sudden. Next thing you know, you got a guy making his own fucking relish out of nowhere. There's a guy who enjoys bankers for no reason at all. The biggest Macho Man fan I've seen in decades, for sure. So what a fucking honor it'll be for me. When I look back at my life, I'll say it all started to go really well after I appeared on the Trust Me When I Tell You podcast. that's when things really started to go in an upward trajectory. So I can't thank you guys enough for having me on. And please be sure to mail some of that relish to my P.O. box in the Ukraine.
Ukraine. Jeff, you're the best. Thanks for jumping on.
Thank you guys.
What an exhilarating 2 hours. Yeah. Hoff, you got anything?
Buddy, I got everything I've ever wanted and more. Jeff, you're the best. Can't wait to see you live.
Thank you, man.
Matt?
Thank you.
Jeff, I look forward to seeing you and John Walker in Gilbert, Arizona in a couple months.
Gilbert, Arizona, February 2023. You, me,
safe travels.
Tim,
I'll
and
see
John,
you when you get here.
You, me, Tim, and John are getting kicked out of more than a few bars in Gilbert, Arizona.
Your lips to God's ears. It's going to be wild.
I love it. Worsher,
Wash.
buddy, any time in my life I have a hot dog, I'm thinking of your fucking face.
Dude, that has so much deeper meaning on this podcast.
Amen. It's been real. I tell you what, boys, we laugh a lot and enjoy these podcasts. Literally, my mouth hurts from laughing so hard. This is a good time. Really enjoyed it. Jeff, appreciate you jumping on, and we look forward to supporting you. And the three listeners that listen to us, at least they will subscribe, so you get a couple more clicks for us, for you. So appreciate it.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it, man. Thank you very much. Thank you.
And Slane?
All right, Jeff. Stay dangerous.
Always, buddy. I'm always whipping my knife out at people when I'm taking the bus late at night. I was assured this wasn't going to come up on this podcast. Don't worry.
That's why I stay away from bus stations, Nails.
Comedy. We'll talk about
I'll
everything.
tell
we
you.
won't talk about how dangerous you are to the public. And here we are after detention, and Nails wants to talk about my fucking pulling knives out problem. Jesus. Fuck, I can't believe it, man. Your publicist assured me this wouldn't come up. Tom, I believe his name was. I don't know which one of you runs that email.
That'd be Peach Daiquiri Day.
I've never been so happy about a technical difficulty before. All right, so the music's not coming. We'll pipe that in post.